Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're following a delusional lady with an imaginary friend. I'm Erik. This is Darren.
Welcome into Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Cue the intro.
Seen any good films this week?
One.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you watched?
Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, okay. Nothing else?
No, I've been still watching Game of Thrones, man.
Oh, which
You
season?
still watching the X-Men?
Yeah. Really, I'm actually. I'm
Yeah.
up to... Is it Apocalypse?
Oh, yeah. I know which one you mean.
A lot better than what I thought it would have been.
Is that the guy? Is that the one where he's like from ancient Egypt or something like that? And he comes back. He's like one of the first mutants or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Have you seen who the actor is that plays it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who does that moon thing.
Yeah. Is
On
it
Disney.
Oscar Isaac or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. Really good. He's a good actor.
Yeah. To be honest, I think I thought that was pretty subpar, to be honest, that Apocalypse one. I think it was mainly, do you know the two minions that go to work with him, the two women?
Mm.
If I remember right, I think them two were just really annoying.
Just one of them looks really fit.
The one with dark hair.
Yeah.
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 She was in a series I used to watch called Newsroom.
Right.
And she was fit in that. But in this, in that, I remember, I think she's just got really bad resting bitch face all the time. I think that's her mutant power in it.
Yeah, really moody.
Yeah.
Moody bitch.
Yeah. I think her mutant power is that she's always on. Is that got the new class cast in it?
Yeah.
Like James McAvoy and Fassbender and all that, yeah.
Yes, so the young ones.
Yeah.
So we found out how Professor X actually lost his hair.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how he loses.
Alopecia.
Yeah. Gets alopecia from it, stress.
From fighting Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
Maybe that... I have seen it, yeah. I've seen it years ago. I remember some bits of it.
Sansa Stark, really bad acting.
Oh, yeah. She's
Terrible.
shit in Dark Phoenix as well. She ruins the film.
I think that's the next one we're going to be watching.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That one's not that good.
I believe so. It's on our list, though, to do.
It's... Yeah. Well, I won't ruin it for you, but it's a bit silly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How bad?
She lets it down. It's not just her. I think I remember right. Like I say, it's been a while since I've seen it. I think it's basically kind of what they do to Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
Green Jay, as I
Green Jay.
Yeah, Jean Grey. I think it's what they kind of do to her, and I just remember it being a bit toss.
Mm.
I think it has space aliens in it. I'm pretty sure at some point in Dark Phoenix they go to space at the beginning, and she gets blasted by some kind of weird radiation or something.
What makes them more powerful?
I think so, but at the same time, doesn't. I can't really remember, but I just remember watching it thinking, yeah.
Well, I think that's our next one, so I'll let you know next week how we get on with that.
What other things you've been watching? Anything?
Yeah, I've been watching a new Netflix series called McMahon.
Mr.
Mr.
one
McMahon.
about... Is that a series or is it a documentary?
It's a 5-part documentary.
About Vince McMahon
Yeah.
and his chokehold over the wrestling world.
Really interesting.
Is it?
Yeah, I've watched 1.5 so far.
You know what? I'm surprised he's not been Me Too'd.
Well, give it time. Give it time. Because supposedly, whilst they were actually filming this documentary about all the stuff that's happened in the past,
Yeah.
they had to stop filming mid-interview because breaking news came out that an email got sent to the company saying that a sexual assault had happened on one of the girls.
Ooh.
So I think he's had to pay out like a big lawsuit for like NDAs and stuff. And then, yeah.
Oh, have you heard about, in fact, today, the day we're filming this, have you heard about Dame Maggie Smith?
Yeah, she died, didn't she?
Yeah, age 89.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Maggie.
The Harry Potter bird, we kept saying like she's 105, but never aged for 25 years.
Yeah, pretty much. 89, apparently. So we were well off the mark.
I know. I thought she was dust.
She was pretty much dust, yeah.
Click quiz.
Yeah, let's get straight into this, bitch. So do you want to explain what it is?
Well, I was about to say, do you want to explain what the podcast is about?
Okay. Well, here at Six or Below, we review movies that are rated 6 or below on IMDb, as well as 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, or below 60%, should I say. So basically, 6 or below.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, quick clip quiz.
Clip quiz.
Clippy quizzy.
Okay. clip quiz. It stars one of the main actors from the film that we're watching, Drop Dead Fred. And this is a different film they're in. If you can guess what it is off this clip, let us know down below in comments or contact us on
sixandbelowpodcast@gmail.com.
All right.
What are they doing?
They're watching Snow White. And they love it.
Any idea?
No effing clue, mate.
Perfect.
Who the hell even was the actor? All I heard was "hi ho, hi ho." We're not gonna get copyrighted for that, are we?
Oh no!
I know Disney are fucking strict, mate.
You'd think stuff like where it's a performing arts or something, it's advertisement for them.
Well, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go to watch it in theatre, you go, do you know what? I love this. Let's go watch it on DVD.
I think the only name they can actually keep is Aladdin. Everything else they've had to change.
No way.
Like, she's called Genie of the Ring. Yeah.
She? Oh, to change the genie as well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's sad that though, because I was like, well, how did they do it? Does Disney just send like people out at pantomime time, kind of just to go and watch plays and just you see someone writing down notes? Oh yeah, they use that. That's our character. Yeah. Because apparently you have to get licenses from Disney to be able to.
No way.
To use any of their character likenesses or names and so on.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Disney are cunts.
Disney, go suck a dick.
Yeah. I think, in honor of what you just said, when Snow White comes out, we watch it, have it on this podcast, and rip the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's above 6, which I very much doubt it's going to be.
I very doubt it.
It's definitely not going to be.
It's going to be a Borderlands. It's going to be out in cinema for a week. Rachel Zegler's going to do a news press, and then it's going to bomb again.
Yep. Have you noticed, though, like, Zegler now is kind of singing from a different hymn sheet because I think she must have got fucking bollocked by Disney.
Oh, yeah, I think she had a gun to her head at one point.
Yeah, probably. You know what it reminds me of? You've seen the South Park episodes with Mickey Mouse when he's like a complete kind of dictator. I think like with the Jonas Brothers and stuff like that, he twats them about.
Is that the one where they go to China?
Oh, I've seen that
Winnie the Pooh.
When he poos in jail because he looks like their leader. Yeah. I think that's a thing. That I think they're not allowed to. I think they're not. Winnie the Pooh is banned in China because people are saying that he look like Xi Jinping, whoever his name is. Fucking hell.
Fucking class.
Man, I'd be fucked. Imagine if I'd have to ban Big Al from Toy Story 2.
Talk about Winnie the Pooh. Have you noticed the characters behind us?
Oh shit, yeah. That's that's Piglet.
That's EO.
Oh shit, yeah. Maybe we should change it before Disney sues.
Yeah.
Sue me for everything I've got, mate. This is the mic I own and my laptop taking it going.
Yeah, that's it.
That's literally
good luck.
I live in a cardboard box behind this studio.
Well, let's hope they don't actually see this episode in 15 years' time where we're like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
The biggest podcast out there in the world.
Biggest podcast ever.
But however, we can't be the biggest podcast out there and rule the world if you don't hit that like, subscribe.
You better add.
And join the crew.
Hit it now. Hit that subscribe button because I was looking at the figures the other day and I think 80% of the people who've watched this channel haven't subscribed.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, people. Shame on you.
Go tell your nan.
Definitely tell your nan.
Definitely.
Drive down to the nursing home now, stick a phone in front of her and say, subscribe, Nana. And then get all her elderly mates to do it as well. I don't care if they stink of piss. You need to go and get them to subscribe.
Do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The pissier smelling, the better.
Now, don't unsubscribe because we've just done this.
No. Don't you dare unsubscribe. We get a list of who you are, people, when you subscribe, and we will hunt you down.
It's a bit like Santa's,
allegedly.
Isn't it? Huh? A bit like Santa's list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We know who's naughty and who's nice.
Yes. We check it once, we check it twice, but we do one better than Santa. We check it a third time.
Talking about seasonal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, we're going to start recording our Halloween episodes.
Yeah. So the first one we're going to do is Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon.
We've got a nice little surprise for that, so make sure you stay tuned.
Yeah, so basically, if you've never seen the film, Kevin Bacon goes invisible and gets a bit rapey, from what I can remember. So stay tuned for that one, guys.
That's how you describe it.
That's basically what happens, I think. I haven't seen the film in years, but I just remember Kevin Bacon going, "Oh, I'm invisible now."
Rapey.
Rapey time.
Yeah, Kevin, you still got DNA. Don't leave that behind.
Well, yeah. I don't care if he comes invisible, mate.
Just imagine you just chilling out, lying there, and like a condom starts floating towards you.
Oh, Jesus, here we
What's
go.
going on here?
A glow-in-the-dark one.
You can't see anything other than the condom.
At least he's wearing a condom, guys. Remember, safe sex.
That's it. Protection first.
Or you're just feeling like on your face, or some birds on her tits, and she's like, "What is that?"
Would that be invisible as well?
I think so. I think all of him's invisible. So it'd just be like, you just feel like invisible droplets, and you're like, "What's this? Invisible sticky stuff? Why are my hands all sticky? Why am I Megan Fox?"
Right, let's not go there.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I hope you like crude stuff. Stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned. Dark humour. That's us.
Strap in. Or strap on.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah.
Vitals.
Go on.
Okay. Released in 1991. Runtime 1 hour and 40 minutes. IMDb rating 5.9. Ooh. This is the joint fifth with such movies as Time Cop, Sixth Day, and Suicide Squad.
Oh, the ones we've done.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a little bit out there.
Well, maybe decide in the end which we would rather watch.
Could do.
Your head.
Metacritic 25. Rotten Tomatoes. Critics 11.
11.
Yeah, harsh that.
That is harsh.
Very harsh. Audience 77.
Oh yeah.
Get in there.
Yes, I like that.
What's that? Can I hear it?
Yeah.
Budget 6.8 million. How?
Yeah, that's Jaguars.
How?
I don't know. I don't know what they spent 6.8 million on. Jesus.
It's not like they've had to build a whole set.
No.
Because they're inside people's houses.
Well, yeah. I mean, the most expensive thing in there is probably his Jaguar that he drives. But even then, they put enough Jaguar sponsorships in the film that he probably got that for free.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of that, actually, isn't it?
All I can say is maybe money laundering, allegedly.
Possible.
You know.
Box office.
Yeah, go on.
13.8.
Oh, right,
So
okay. Okay, so we did all right. Did all right.
Bear in mind, this was 1991 as well, so...
Yeah, so that's about $1 billion today.
Yeah, that's
with inflation. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it works.
However, out of the top 200 movies
of
1991, this was ranked 87th.
That's not as bad as I thought.
You reckon?
To be honest. Well, considering it's not exactly, as you just said, a big budget movie, and I think it got more of a cult following afterwards, maybe.
True. DVD sales and VHS and stuff.
Yeah, to be honest, the fact that this was released on the cinema surprised me.
Okay. Do you want to try and guess what the top films are of 91?
1991. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
It's in the top 3.
Oh,
so that's number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
165 million.
165 million. Okay.
So number 1 made 248 million, and number 2 was 205 million.
I can't think what other films came out in 1991, to be honest. Too late for Batman. Batman might be another Batman. Batman Returns?
No.
No?
I'll give you a clue.
Well,
number 1 is a cartoon. Number 2 is a huge franchise. Where's like 8 films of it.
Number 1's a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid?
You're on the right tracks.
Beauty and the Beast?
That's the one.
Beauty and the Beast. Number 2 was a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was a Indiana Jones?
Nope, we've covered one of them.
We've covered one of them. Oh shit! What franchises have we covered? Way too early for Fast and the Furious. Oh, Terminator.
Yeah.
T2. Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Terminator 2, excellent film.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast, fair enough. It was all right.
Yeah.
Especially for a Disney cartoon. But that made over 40 million more.
Wow. Don't surprise me. It's like, what did we have last week from this year? Was it like Inside Out 2?
Yeah.
Was like, only came out in the summer and it's already the top for this year.
That 1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Crazy, that.
director. So this was directed by a guy called, or I'm assuming it's a guy. Is it a guy? Yeah, he. Well, his name is at Dijong. ATE Dijong.
Yeah, he ate Dijong.
Ate Dijong.
He
What
ate-
did he eat?
Ate Dijong.
He ate Dijong.
Yeah, he ate it.
Oh yeah, he is
Ate him.
ate Dijong.
Ate him.
He ate him. Poor
Yeah.
Dijong.
Ate Dijong.
There's no picture of him or anything, so good luck with that. Anyway, so movies-wise, it looks like he's done a lot of foreign movies, a lot of foreign directed movies. So, three writers. We had Elizabeth Livingston, who has only ever written this, apparently, and her own name. We have Carlos Davis, who wrote this, something called Hurricane Heist.
Yep.
Which is a 5.1. That sounds interesting.
It does, actually.
And then we have Anthony Fingleton, what a random name, who also wrote this and Hurricane Heist. So, yeah, a massive, great director, perfect writers.
Yeah.
Who came up with this.
A lot of experience between them all.
Yes.
Yes.
So, cast-wise, we have Phoebe Cates as Elizabeth.
Yep.
We have Rick Mail as Drop Dead Fred.
Mm-hmm.
We have Marsha Manson as Polly, who's the mum.
All right.
We have Tim Matheson as Charles. We have Princess Leia or Carrie Fisher as Janie. And then we also have Ashley Peldon as young Elizabeth. That's pretty much all that was worth mentioning. Everyone else was just kind of, yeah. Oh, actually, who was the guy that played, let me just
Mickey.
check. Mickey. Ron Eldard? Eldard
What's
as
he
Mickey
been in?
Bunce. Huh?
What's he been in? Because I recognise him, but I can't think what from.
The only thing I could think of when I was watching it was, but I'll double check, was
I think he's been in a lot of stuff.
he was in Deep Impact. And I remember him from Deep Impact because he's one of the astronauts that gets blinded. Well, he is the astronaut that gets blinded
Right.
in that. And he just stares at the camera like that, talking to his family and yeah, right, yeah, I'm not coming home. Because that's the one where they all decide to sacrifice themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was also in Sleepers, which is an awesome film. If
Yeah,
you've ever
good
seen
film,
that.
that.
Yeah, he was in that. He played John, obviously the older. I think he was one of the gang members that was on
Right.
trial. Black Hawk Down, Super 8 as well, but I don't remember him in Super 8. Should see this picture of him though. He's rocking like long blonde hair.
Still.
Still.
He had a bit of a mullet in this.
Yeah, check this.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
It
So that's
reminds
on
me of there.
IMDb if you want to pull it up.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Who?
The old Hercules from back in the day.
Oh, the
TV
TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, no. It looks like his idiot brother.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say retard? Right, so,
Yeah.
any general notes?
Yeah, I've got two.
Yeah, go on.
Mainly talking about the kid.
Oh, yeah.
Was it just me, or was that kid's voice and laugh creepy as hell?
Yeah, now you mention it, yeah.
It was very, very creepy.
I don't know about a voice so much, but her laugh definitely was.
Yeah, it was something like a horror film, like The Exorcist or something where she's been possessed.
It was almost like they had said to her to cackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was a creepy ass cackle, yeah.
Yeah. And secondly, talking about the kid, did you notice she had blue eyes, but the adult had brown eyes?
I did not. Well, good catch.
Yeah. I was like, have you changed your eyes recently?
Maybe she had an eye transplant.
Could have been.
No, I didn't know she had blue eyes, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Anything else for you?
My general note was, is Drop Dead Fred real?
Yes.
Or is he?
Yeah, of course he is.
Because sometimes he is and sometimes he isn't.
How do you mean?
Well, just like little things. I'll discuss it as we go through the film, but it's just something to think about.
Hmm.
To be honest, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know I put it in my notes.
Right. I think what it is, if you're talking about stuff that's happened to her or around her when Fred's done it, I think that she's done it, but not remembering that she's done it.
Possibly. It's like, for instance, I just thought of one, like the scene where she makes the mud pie.
Yeah.
After the dad spills the cereal. Fred comes in with a massive, massive clump, and I mean, like,
Yeah, from
it's
out
as
the
big
window.
as her from out the window, and puts it on the table. And I'm thinking, well, there's no way she's carried that. And by the time the mum comes in, she's only got like mud on her hands. It's not like she's covered in mud.
Okay, we'll talk about all that later then.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right, let's get on with the movie then, shall we?
Anyway,
So the movie starts off with a little girl being read bedtime story by her mum,
yeah.
and little girl asks if they lived happy ever after. Of course.
She was a good little girl. If she'd been naughty, the prince would have run away. What does the little girl say to her mum?
What a pile of shit!
What a pile of shit, mother! Oh. Yeah, and that's how the film opens up. So, it's not going to be a kind of kid-friendly film, really.
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not.
I like the opening credits, though.
I do.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's kind of like if you're watching on YouTube, it's kind of in the style of what we've got below as our background, where it's like kids' drawings.
Yeah.
And like kids writing and they like purposely misspell words and stuff like the producer and all stuff like that as it's going through. But it's like they've just got a load of kids to draw it, don't they? And then some of them like come alive and
I really liked it. It was a little long though.
It was a bit long, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little
bit long for my liking, but it was fun. It's better than some of the ones we've had in the past, anyway.
Oh my god, American Ninja.
Oh Jesus Christ! I feel like that's still going on. Fucking 6 months later.
Yeah, 5.5 minutes of them just driving down the road.
Yeah, to like really cheesy elevator music, almost 18 like. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. We've got number 2 to look forward to as well.
We are not doing number 2.
We are.
We are not doing number 2.
Public demand.
Jeff Bezos, if you're out there, please remove it from Amazon again. I don't want to do it.
And now we see Elizabeth, all grown up, sitting in the car outside her boyfriend's place of work.
Yeah, 21 years later.
Charles, her ex, you can't get rid of her if you tried any harder.
No.
She comes in the workplace, it's like, yeah, not now, just go away, go away. Yeah, I agree with you, Elizabeth. I think it's a great idea we split up. It's really good, thanks. She's like, really? Did I say that? Did I do that? Just shows from the get-go, she's a massive, massive walkover.
Yeah. Massive, mate, massive. Like he just treats her like absolute shit. But to be fair, she walks in and she looks like she's 12 years old. She's wearing a long dress. I don't know how old she's supposed to be, but 21 years later, so she was probably about 6 or 7 in the beginning. So you're looking 28. Like she's in her late 20s.
Yeah,
and she's married.
Yeah,
she's married to this guy, and she walks in and she's trying to get him back. And like, I don't get this guy either because is he a used car? Not a used car. Is he a car salesman? Because obviously he works at a Jaguar garage.
Yep.
And they do a nice shot of the Jaguar symbol, Jaguar logo as she walks in.
Yeah, it's like a micro.
But yeah.
Zoomed right in there.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, like the fact that he stands there and tries to convince her like it's her idea, because basically it turns out he's been banging some bird called Annabella. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I'm just going to go move in with Annabella and I'm going to be happy. And I think you're right, And she's like, that my idea? What you on about? Oh yeah, but then he takes that woman on a test drive, doesn't he? Some rich top woman comes in, and he's like, "Can I test drive one of these?" Do you hear what he said? Do you hear what she said?
Yeah, but they're literally in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
She just goes, "Can you take me out in this?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the middle of a conversation here, love.
Yeah, because she's probably looking over, thinking, "Why is he talking to that 4-year-old?" Well, I can't get old out, but I'm not surprised she's a complete pushover. Well, it's pretty much the purpose of the film, innit? But
yeah,
so he takes this woman on a test drive, and they pull up to some lights, and he goes, "Oh, it's great topless," and she says to him, "I think a car should represent its owner, don't you?"
Yep.
And I'm like, "Oh, hello," but then Elizabeth fucking pulls up and cop blocks him.
Massively. Literally just rocks out. It's like, what are you doing here? You're literally following him around as he's doing the test drive.
Yeah. I mean, desperate much. And then he's like, we can't just throw away he's like, we've been together 2 years. I think we've had a good run. She's like, it's 3 years, Charles, last June. And he's like, oh, whatever. Just fuck off, Liz. I banged someone else. Stop following me about. I mean... Let's move on, love.
Stalker.
She has become a bit of a stalker. It's weird.
Throughout the whole film, she is.
She's completely delusional. I mean, the guy's like, if someone cheated on me, there's no way I'd be following him around. And even if they tried to make it out like it was my fault, it was my idea that I'm going to go and live with this woman, be like, fuck off. I wouldn't be there begging him to come back. I'd be there keying his car and burning the place down.
He's not even good looking either.
No, he's really not.
He looks sleazy.
He does. That's why I said used car salesman, because he looks like a used car salesman.
Yeah.
But he's definitely selling coke on the side or something,
Oh, it's got to be.
How's
he affording his lifestyle?
I do not know. I
want
to know how they even met in the first place, because they do not seem like a good match at all.
Probably the mum.
Probably. The mum trying to push him in.
Yeah, because her mum seems like she's got a bit of money. The way
Yes,
she acts.
The way she acts, yeah. But she definitely looks like she's got a bit of cheddar. But yet she doesn't seem to work. What's that about?
She's got the money already.
You reckon?
Mm.
Maybe. Anyway, so she pulls over the side of the road to a payphone because obviously it's 1991. And she leaves a bag in the car and goes over and starts calling her friend Janie to say, "Oh, I went to see Charles and doesn't want me," and all this shit.
Does it make you feel old when you see, like, in films using a payphone?
It does, and it also disgusts me as well to think, why are you putting that to your actual face?
Yeah, they are really dirty, aren't they, when you think about it?
Ringing, mate.
Yeah, mobile phones were a great invention.
Oh, yeah. Not that mobile phones are clean, like, but at least it's my germs, mostly.
Yeah. But while she's actually on the phone to her friend Janie, so meth head comes walking past within 30 seconds of her being parked up.
Oh, yeah.
Puts a hammer through the car, steals the handbag, and then to top it off, some other crackhead comes walking past, looks around, like goes, hey, gets in the car, drives off. Did she leave her keys in there or something?
I don't know. I was wondering that because, like, it's pretty lucky that someone who walks past and knew how to hotwire the car walks past the car with a broken window. It's weird. So maybe she did leave the car keys in there. I wouldn't put it past her, to be honest, because she seems like a bit of a ditz.
Yeah.
I'll just leave the keys here and I'll just, leave my bag on the seat and stuff. But how does she not hear the window getting smashed, though?
Oh, she's in her own little world, isn't she?
But then she starts flapping because she's on the phone to Janie. And she's like, "Oh, Janie, I need to go and get more money. I need to go and get more money." Drops the phone, starts to run off. But then Janie's still on the phone anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I don't think she was running out of money. And Janie's like,
why didn't you take your purse?
Exactly.
Why didn't she take the purse with her?
What did she just do? Open a purse, get out like 10p or whatever it costs over there and just take that with her?
Yeah, I think it was.
Freaking idiot.
And she runs into the local courthouse to carry on work as a court reporter.
Yeah.
And since she was on a dinner break, she's lost a fella.
Yep.
Lost a car.
Yep.
Lost a handbag, and she had to run there.
Yes.
And lost a job.
All in one lunch hour.
She's done well there.
That is a bad lunch hour, that.
Yeah.
Job, car, everything's just gone.
I'm pretty sure she's got a bit of a claim, by the way.
What do you mean?
Well, getting sacked on the spot for being late for your lunch.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh, yeah. And the fact that the thing that got me as well, right? So she's like you said, she's the court recorder, so she's the one that sits there typing away. And it's quite clear that the court are waiting for her to come back.
Yep.
And then as soon as he come through, she sits down, starts typing, and then he fires her. So I'm like, well, what are they going to do now? Because there's obviously not another one there because you had to wait for her.
Yep.
So what, are you just going to stop the court for the afternoon? Couldn't you have just let her do a shift and then fire her?
Yeah. Time and a place.
Yeah.
No suspension. No pay.
No.
Sacked on the spot.
Different employment rights in the States, I assume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then she walks out to the lift. Some little douchebag leaves a suitcase
Oh, yeah.
on the floor. So she walks out, trips over it straight away. Turns out a little douchebag is actually old Mickey.
Yeah. A friend from when she was
Mikey.
like 4 or
Mikey or
something.
Mickey?
Mickey.
Mickey, innit?
Like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it when she goes, oh, do you work here? And he goes, no. And she goes, neither do I. He explains that he's there because he's going through a divorce and he gets to keep his daughter. Basically tells her that she was a little brat as a kid.
Yep.
And then reminds her about Drop Dead Fred. And then we have
flashbacks now, don't we?
We get a few flashbacks because he says, do you not remember what you did to my grandma? Because you said that it was Drop Dead Fred. And then you get a flashback of her throwing yellow paint over the grandma.
And then the cat.
Hey, grandma! Yeah, and then shaved the cat.
That's quite a funny scene.
And then he's like, and no one else could see him but you.
Talking about shaved cats, have you actually seen it when people have done it?
No.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Is it?
Literally, some people, what they do.
It's a bit cruel, isn't it?
No, they shave or the cat, except for its head.
Right.
I'll show you a picture in a minute if you just explain what happens.
Yeah. So then we learn that, like, everyone apparently was afraid of her mum growing up. As we go through, I'll explain, but it does drive me mad a bit the way, like, people treat her. Because, oh my fucking God. So Darren's just showing me a shaven cat with her head still intact. Hey, I can't stop looking at it. That's weird.
Look weird, don't they?
That's hypnotizing. Oh my. That is weird. That is weird, people. Anyway, if you're watching on Spotify, what did you Google then?
Shaved cats.
Shaved cats. Just Don't do shaved pussies. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Shaved cats. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. So then we meet Princess Leia because she's in this film for some reason. Is it me? Or the way she had her hairdo and kind of the way she acted sometimes. At first, I thought it was Jamie Lee Curtis.
I can see the resemblance, yeah.
She looks like kind of Jamie Lee, kind of True Lies.
Yeah. See, I didn't clock on it was her until you mentioned it.
Yeah. Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Aye. So yeah, Star Wars to Drop Dead Fred, apparently. So then she's some kind of, I don't know, what is she, like a lawyer or something? And she's saying to her friend, she's saying to Liz, I've just done a workshop over the weekend that says pain makes you interesting. And then tells her that Elvis had a lot of pain. But then Liz says, well, Elvis killed himself. Did Elvis kill himself?
Yeah and no.
I know he was on a load of drugs and went for the shit and died on the toilet.
I think it was like an overdose or some shit, wasn't it?
Was it? I know. I think, wasn't he like really, really constipated from all the drugs he was taking and basically had a heart attack or something on the toilet?
Something along them lines.
But it was probably something to do with the drugs, yeah.
Yeah, along them lines anyway.
She tells him, repeat after me. I don't need a man to complete my life. I'm perfect the way I am, and I hate Charles.
She does.
Not very believable when she says it, though.
See, Janie is the only one really who sticks up for her.
She is, but she also buys into her delusions later on, and it's a bit out of the order.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
But yeah, she is the only one. She's a good friend, really.
Yeah, overall. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about what happens later and her reaction to it.
She's very forgiving. Yeah. Very forgiving.
Very forgiving indeed. So we're back at Elizabeth's apartment now, and her mum's already there waiting for her and packed up all the belongings already for her.
Yeah.
And her mum just walks all over her.
And cleaning.
Yeah.
She's like there cleaning the sides, and I was thinking like, who's this a fucking cleaning lady? Well, no, it's the mega beast.
The mega bitch.
But yeah, so the mum's literally walked in, gone to the apartment, found out obviously that they're splitting up, gone to the apartment, packed all her shit up, cleaned the apartment and said, you're coming home with me? And Liz is like, no, I'm going to stay here. And she's like, no, don't fucking think so.
See, I don't get this. Elizabeth Thatcher split up with Charles. Elizabeth wanted to stay at the apartment to try and get back with Charles.
Yeah.
Right? All the way throughout the film, the mum is trying to get Charles and her back together.
Yeah.
So why take her out of the apartment in the first place?
Good shout.
As if to keep her away from Charles.
From Charles, yeah. I don't know. I think she's just trying to be a good mum, but she's just not.
Just treating her like a little kid still, doesn't she?
Basically, yeah. She still treats her like she's 6 years old. But I like it. Well, I don't like it, but like Janie says, oh, well, no, she'll be fine. I think she just needs a cuddle. And she goes, cuddles are for teddy bears.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't even cuddle your kid, you heartless bitch.
Oh, she is really heartless, isn't she?
Yeah. Because like she says, I'm staying here tonight. Next thing is we're at the mum's house pulling up. And Mum lives in like a mini mansion, doesn't she?
Yeah, it really is. Nice house, like.
That is a nice house, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A bit of money on it, yeah.
Must have. Must have a bit of cheddar. Where'd you get your money from, Mrs. whatever your name is?
OnlyFans.
Granny edition.
Could be, mate. Could be.
Cobwebs, mate.
There's people out there for that type of things.
Yeah, God, people will pay for anything, won't they?
So the mum's just had the living room carpet shampooed. Yeah. There's a little note to remind herself not to walk on it because there's nobody else living in the place at that time.
No.
Has she got like dementia or some shit?
Maybe. Maybe she's not the only crazy one in the family.
Runs in the family, doesn't it?
Maybe. Very well, maybe, mate. Because yeah, she like you say, there's no one there, and she has a sign up. Is it like sellotape or something across the door with a little sign on? Just like what the hell? But then Liz goes up to her old bedroom, and I mean, that room was pinker than a pink elephant named Pinky.
Nothing's changed since when she was a kid.
No, it's literally the pinkiest room I've ever seen in my life.
I wouldn't say it was that bad.
Everything, the carpet was pink, the walls were pink, the bedding was pink, everything was pink. It was pink.
Pink and white, wasn't it?
Well, pink with stripes of white, but it was fucking pink.
It's a little girl, isn't it?
Yeah, but still, Jesus Christ. But the problem is, right, she's probably lived there, like, since she was a kid, all the way through fucking high school, until I assume that she met Charles. And all the way through that time, she's had that pink room.
Say, 4 years ago?
I'm not surprised she's a wet fucking lettuce, mate.
Yeah, she was like 24 or something when she moved out.
Well, yeah, because she said she's been with Charles for years.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine she moved out before then, maybe. Well,
I think we're looking too deep into that.
Possibly, but yeah. And then she finds a little Jack in the Box from when she was a kid.
Exactly. Why has that not moved? Everything is just exactly the way it was when she was a kid.
Yeah. Just random. Well, no, she finds it in the cupboard, doesn't she?
Yeah, but it was just there.
Yeah,
It wasn't buried or anything.
No.
Like opening up the door and it was there. She could reach it.
Well, yeah. If it was there all along, then...
Why didn't she do it when she was like 12 or something?
Exactly. But then we go to later that night, and Liz has a little flashback about being hit on the head by Fred. And this is when she has a psychotic breakdown.
It is. Because literally you can see it all happening, can't you?
The Jack in the Box that she's put on the window ledge starts turning itself, starts turning its little handle. At that point, mate, I'd be like, nope, I'm done. I'm fucking out of here.
Exactly.
You're fucking mad. I would nope the shit out of there.
It's like something from a fucking horror film, isn't it?
She takes it like a fucking champ.
She
Mate,
was not phased. Even I was like thinking, I'm getting that and I'm throwing it out the window.
I wouldn't go anywhere near that fucking thing. I would leave the room and I'd be like that to my mum. Mum, the fucking box is moving. The fuck?
'Cause it started dead slow, wasn't it? It goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it gets faster and faster and faster.
And she's just sat there in bed, just like with this morbid look on her face, like, that's interesting. I'd be like, no!
Was she eating a jam and toast?
Hey?
Was she eating a jam and toast at the time?
Yeah. And then she fucking gets up out of bed and goes towards it and picks it up. Is she fucking mad? There's no way I'd be picking that thing up. No way. And then she goes and undoes the tape.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Get the priest in. Get the priest in.
I would. I'd be like exercising and all sorts. I'd be like...
But again, would anybody else see it if she shouted at mum or anything? Was it all in her head again?
Well, I think it was, but like she's literally having a psychotic break.
Yeah. So then she opens it up and the little board just pops out and starts bouncing around everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like a tiny looks like a little troll, doesn't it? Screwed up.
Yeah, it's like like a little.
It's like a
green.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it bounces around the room all over the place and then goes under the bed. And she looks under the bed and it's gone.
Yeah. He jumps up. Hey, Snapface.
Yeah. At that point, shit would fly that fast out of my own ass that the room would go from pink to brown like this. There's no fucking. Imagine, mate, if you had a bit of stress in your life, and then all of a sudden you get one of Albie's toys and you just turn in it, and then all of a sudden you see fucking Rick Mail with ginger hair. I'd be like, I need help.
What was I smoking last
I
night?
know, gee. I'd be like, what the fuck is in this? What have you given me here?
And then he runs into the cupboard and proceeds to kill all the dolls.
Yeah, starts destroying the toys, rips some fucking monkey apart. And then she's still just like this. And then she goes, I think I must be dreaming.
What I was thinking of when I was watching this bit is, was she actually doing it herself, but watching Fred do it?
You mean like battering the toys, ripping?
Yeah. So literally
Ripping
it was
the
her
monkey.
ripping it all up, but she's seeing it as if it's Fred doing it. But
She
really,
must have been.
it was her.
She must have
Does that
been.
make sense?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Because, it's the only explanation because either Fred's real or he's not. And no one else sees him. No one else sees him pick shit up and stuff like that. So, like, imagine if the mum walked in the room and, like, just the monkey was floating and just fluff was being thrown out from it everywhere. I mean, in this film, she'd probably just walk in and go, oh, that's interesting. Because that's how everyone else seems to piss in act. I mean, what was the director telling her to do at the time?
I don't know.
Just look harmlessly into the corner and pretend like you're dreaming.
That's a good point, that really, isn't it? Because the director probably pushed it towards like that.
Yeah.
The final outtake.
And then they decide to go downstairs, so he slides down the banister and cracks his nuts on the thing at the bottom of the stairs on the, I don't even know, what's that thing called? Like
Just like a knob on the banister.
knob
innit?
on, knob on it. So he does his trademarks, picks his nose, puts it on her face, calls her snot face. And then he notices the carpet that's been cleaned.
Oh, the freshly cleaned one.
Freshly cleaned carpet.
So what does he do? He goes outside, somehow manages to find dog shit in the middle of the night
Oh, yeah.
on the front garden.
Oh, yeah.
So all the neighbours must be letting dog shit all over the garden all the time.
Yeah.
Comes back on his hands and knees, straight over on the carpet. Looks like dog
shit,
poo, dog poo,
shit. Yeah, dog poo. But then jumps up on the chair, starts putting on the furniture, wiping his shoe along the furniture and all stuff like that.
which disappears straight away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next scene, gone.
Yeah, and then I like the mum comes to the top of the stairs and goes, Liz, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, mother. Stay off the carpet. Okay. Now, again, going back to your thing, right, with the monkey.
Mhm.
So has she then, like you say, think she's seen Drop Dead Fred going outside, but it's actually her gone outside. I don't even know if she was barefoot, but possibly barefoot, got dog shit, and walked it through the house. Or is this imaginary friend actually shedding dog shit through the house?
You know what we need on this film?
What?
We need security camera footage.
We do.
Because it would look like Paranormal Activity, where she's in a trance, just walking around, just hobbling.
Well, footprints of dog shit is going along the floor. Maybe.
I mean, it's her doing it all, but she's in like a little trance doing it.
Maybe we should make it. Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes of Drop Dead Fred, people. But yeah, and then Fred finds a little ink cartridge or ink vial or whatever it's called and wants to throw that on the carpet, but she kind of convinces Fred to go and do hide and seek. But then he throws it anyway, and then she dives across the carpet.
Great catch.
Did she dive through the dog shit? Because he put it everywhere. She dives on the carpet. And I'm like, she just dived through. By that point, you may as well just like the ink hit the floor. Jesus. I mean, you've literally put dog shit everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
She wakes up next morning thinking it was all a dream.
Yeah.
So she comes down, sees her mum on her hands and knees just scrubbing shit.
Her mum takes it quite well, to be fair.
Again, this is what you were saying.
Yeah.
All the stuff that happens throughout this film, everybody around were like, yeah, that's legit.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Don't you worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I think all they're trying to do is just not anger the crazy person. But yeah, mum's on the hands and knees. But that's when you said, like you said before, the chair that he'd put shit all over. She's either really, really, really good at cleaning, or like you say, he's just vanished. Poof.
To be fair, you don't know how long she's been scrubbing for.
Well,
because pretty much the whole room is clean except for like little spots she's working on.
Yeah, she's like, I've been having to clean all morning. I've been having to clean this, what I can only describe as dog mess.
I think they probably filmed that first.
Probably.
And then done the poo later on.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Stitch it together and see if it happened the other way around.
Yeah. But then, like I say, the mum takes it remarkably well considering how anal she was about that carpet. And having it shampooed.
She knows the daughter's a nutcase.
Yeah.
She probably thinks that she's going to wake up and get killed.
Mate, would not want Liz. I don't know why she's took her back to her house.
I wouldn't.
Would not want her anywhere near your house.
No.
No effing way, mate. I don't care if it's your daughter.
Because, like I say, this next scene now, they're in the kitchen and start making a coffee for her.
Yeah.
And then Fred starts messing about because he reappears after being hiding in the garden shed all night.
Oh, yeah, because he's like, I was playing hide and seek and I've been in the garden shed for 8 hours and you've not come and found me or something.
Screaming at the mum, and only Elizabeth can see him, saying like, let's get the axe, let's kill her, let's just stab her up and do all this stuff. I'm thinking, maybe the mum's got a point not to piss her off.
Yeah, because it's not the only time he says, like, let's kill him.
Yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah.
Let's chop the head off and we can feed the head back to her.
It's the mega bitch. I love it when she says to her mum as well, do you remember when I was little and I had a pretend friend? And she goes, no, dear, I don't remember Drop Dead Fred at all. And it's like, okay, then.
Yeah, we
But
know.
he
We
is,
just don't talk about him.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, it is.
So
she's schizophrenic, isn't she?
Definitely, mate, definitely. So then the mum opens up the fridge to get some milk out.
Yeah.
He sticks his head in. He's like, oh, wonder what's in here. Fridge gets closed on his head. Why not just open it up? But obviously it wouldn't be the funny comedy value now, would it?
Well, yeah, because I think if he did open the fridge, then she might notice, and then it's like poltergeist in it.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be going over like, why have you just dumped in the fridge?
Yeah. How's that fridge just open on its own?
Good point.
But then he pulls his head out and he looks like fucking Hey Arnold.
You got me, mate. I laughed out when I seen this.
To be honest, for a practical effect, it was well done.
It was good. It was good.
And he's like, oh my God, my head. And then he's trying to...
The mega bitch! Squash my head! The evil one reigns supreme!
Oh, fucking hell.
Like you say, starts using his thumb to blow his head back up. He's on the floor trying to push it all back together. Then he slides on his back underneath the mum's legs. Oh, cobwebs!
Oh, that had me laughing.
The Fred walks over to her and goes, I'll only go away if you use the magic words, piss off. So she shouts, piss off, but only the mum can hear.
Yeah. The mum sat down at the table having breakfast and she's like, piss off! Like, what? Piss off! But then, like you say, when he says about the cobweb, she just bursts out laughing, and the mum turns around and goes, "What's so funny, dear?" And she's like, "Nothing." But like, take Fred out of that scene, and it's kind of like just sat there. She just starts laughing to herself, and then starts shouting, "Piss off! Piss off!"
Yeah.
Like, because then he runs outside, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And like she runs out after him, and she's like, she's positively crazy. The mum criticizes about her marriage. She goes, "Oh, you got married. You're doing it like the pigeons do." And then runs outside, starts attacking pigeons with a spade.
That's a good little impression there.
Was it?
Yeah, that's quite good, that, mate.
Oh.
Was her mum watching Elizabeth go out with a spade, start attacking the pigeons, and then hit herself in the face with it?
Yeah, maybe. Well, she's just probably just sat there drinking a coffee like, oh my fucking God, this woman.
And then she runs around to the front of the house.
Yeah.
Fred now is in the middle of the road saying, I'm going to get ran over by the first passing fire truck. Gets hit by the truck. His boots are still left. So then Elizabeth's on the front garden now in a dressing gown still.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, was that fire truck real? Or was it just something Fred had brought up? Because, first of all, it didn't look very much like a modern fire truck in the slightest, even for 1991.
Yeah, it looked more like 1800s.
Yeah, and then it drives past and the back of it just looks like a standard pickup truck. And it just leaves his shoes. It literally just looks like a pickup truck that someone stuck a ladder to the top of and put some flashing lights on top.
True. So you think that could have been in her head then?
Possibly, that's what I'm wondering. Because it's just coincidental that a fire truck just happened to go past when he wanted it. So maybe it was in her head.
I reckon it probably would have been, actually, yeah, now you say it.
Yeah, because then she goes, it's just all that's left of him is his shoes. And she goes to pick him up and then the mum comes out and goes, "Elizabeth, what are you doing?" Mate, I'd be calling a psychiatrist at this point, or some kind of like, "Come on, love, we're gonna go to we're gonna head over to the mental institute." I mean, did I say mental institute? We're just we're gonna go shopping.
Yeah, we'll go shopping for a nice big straight jacket.
And then we have another flashback, don't we, when they're playing burglars?
This was quite good.
I like this, yeah.
Yeah. So Fred wakes up Elizabeth and gives her own little stripy jumper and they start emptying all the bins and flour and everything all over the place, don't they?
It's like, why she's putting flour all over the kitchen and she's like, "Why are we doing this?" He's like, "Clues."
You're watching CSI?
Oh no. Mate, I'm surprised he started jizzing all over the place from CSI. Just fucking, we need to leave semen. The scene of the crime.
There,
Well, it's true.
I don't think our mum and dad would grab one of them little lights.
Well, you never know. You never know. The dad looked quite kinky.
Don't you think it's a little bit concerning? Because Elizabeth's downstairs throwing all the valuables like teapots and everything what can break into her bag.
Yeah.
So there's loads of noise. Mum and dad wake up. I don't know about you. If I heard noises downstairs, like smashing or somebody's broken in the house, first thing I'd do is make sure my child is okay.
Yes, that's what I've got, yeah. I would be going into the room, like sneaking across to see if she was all right.
Yeah.
But they don't.
No. They just cower upstairs, ring the police, and then, like you say, they get a hammer, don't they? Go up to the side. Fred smashes through the window. They both go outside, hide in the bush. The police turn up, run upstairs. Dad rugby tackles the police officer.
Yeah, because he thinks it's the burglars coming in, doesn't he?
Yeah, so the gunshot goes off. And then he gets arrested for it.
Yeah. I think it's funny, though, when the police go to bash down the door and he kicks the door and his foot goes through it. Did you see that?
Yeah. What type of bloody crazy man runs over to kick a door through, kicks it like a football? He literally toe kicked it.
I know.
I'm surprised he didn't break his feet.
Well, it's like the door was made of balsa wood anyway, so I mean, I'm surprised when she sneezed and Fred went flying around the room that he didn't break the door. Jesus.
Definitely. It's like cardboard.
Yeah. But the other thing as well is, when he calls the police?
Yeah.
Like, he's calling the police from the bedroom, and then Fred disconnects the phone from downstairs. Why does that stop the phone from upstairs working?
Good point, actually.
And he's like, "Oh, they've cut the phone lines." It's like, no, he just unplugged the phone downstairs.
Yeah, you still have the upstairs one working.
Well, yeah. So I thought that was a bit weird.
Good point.
Well, yeah, and then we learn about the sneezing as well. We learn that when she's allergic to some flowers, I can't remember which type, but when she sneezes, Fred goes flying around the bloody room for some reason. A bit weird. But no, I thought that was funny, and then the dad's getting arrested. But then she's like, "I'm gonna own up to it," and Fred's like, "I'll own up to it. Tell him it was me." So as the police are going past with the dad, she's like, "Drop dead, Fred did it," but no one's listening to her at all.
Turns around, he's hiding up the tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you said you'll take it.
Oh, the mum pissed me off though, because like when the police are coming, he's trying to leave the bedroom door, and every time he moves, the door creaks, and she's going shh. And he goes, eek, shh, eek, shh. I'd just be like,
I didn't click onto that.
You fucking shush. Because she's a bossy bitch.
No wonder he left her.
Oh no, mate, I'm surprised he even had a kid with her, to be honest.
Spoilers, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Liz tells Fred that her mum is right and she never does anything right, and then Fred comforts her and says for it to never be like her mum, which I thought was a bit of a touching moment.
It is, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he really does stick up for her, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's always looking out for her, always trying to make her feel better.
That's it. He's in his own way, he's trying to help her, and that's why he's there.
Mm.
But then we get a bit of a montage, don't we? Of basically being turned into the Mega Beast, Mega Bitch.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She was like a little clone by the end of that.
Yeah, so the mum takes her on a makeup montage. Now, why did they do that like thing where they're on the screen and there's different versions of Elizabeth on like a grid on like an old telly, all with different haircuts.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was a proper like kind of 80s, early 90s thing, that wasn't it?
Is that what they used to do?
I don't know if they actually did it in real life, but I've seen it in other films. Like in this, I think they did something in like the Clueless film from like 95 or something, and shit like that. It was just weird.
Yeah, I've never really got that, mate.
No. But yeah, then we get back home, and then they find a note from Charles.
Really strange, isn't it?
This is the thing about when I'm saying, you know, is Drop Dead Fred real? Because surely, she must have wrote that note herself then, if he's not.
Yeah.
And left it for herself.
Yeah, that's what I reckon happened. She's written it, not remembered that she's done it, because her mind's blanked it out, posted it through, so when she comes back, looks like Charles has dropped it.
Yeah. She's a really, like I say, she's having a psychotic break. But and they literally when they walk into the house, they're both wearing exactly the same clothes. It's like, yeah. Mini-me. Literally freaking mini-me. And then she's reading the letter and they're having a bit of a flashback, and he's like, I miss our mornings. And then there's her like jumping on him while he's trying to put his tie on, and then cutting him while he's shaving. Man, you would not let that nutty bitch anywhere near you with a straight razor, would you?
Nope.
You really wouldn't. Like, you have the... Because that's it, in the letter it says you have the softest touch, and then she's straight razoring and then cuts him.
I thought that was later, wasn't it?
No, that's later on when they get back together, they repeat the same kind of scene.
Yeah, but she's fucking it all up instead.
Yeah. No, but he won't let her do it later on. Because obviously she's nutty. And you wouldn't let anyone with a nutty anywhere near you. And then compares her to a fine wine, only get better with age.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, no, she's literally, there's two things that are going to happen. She's either going to stay a little tiny kid, which she's doing now, or she's going to turn into a mum like every fucking woman does.
Turns out it was Fred that written the letter after all.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
It was.
He starts chanting, "You've not got a husband, you've not got a husband, your hair looks stupid."
Look at you look like another mega bitch. Can you do that thing with your hair? Did you try it? I
did try it.
I did try it.
I couldn't do it though.
No. So he tries to fold it. Well, he folds his ear down and somehow locks it in and then out. But I couldn't get it to do it.
No, I couldn't. I did try a few times.
I wonder how he figured out he could do that.
Or it could be tape.
Reckon?
Probably.
Do you reckon there's a bit of blue tack or something stuck inside?
Something's going on.
Must be. But she tells Fred that she loves Charles, and Fred pukes everywhere. Or pretends to. And then finds a poster for a wine tasting night. Because of course. He's so fucking pompous, Charles, isn't he?
He's a dickhead.
He is. How does he afford that apartment?
I don't know. Because like I say, it's a nice apartment. It's got a good location.
I like the... did you see the thing on the fireplace?
Not off the top of my head.
So on the fireplace, it's got an old car grill, a bumper, headlights, and what have you, from like, I think it must be an old Jaguar or something.
Jaguar.
Yeah. I thought that looked quite nice, to be fair.
It did, to be fair. It did. I think there was quite a few other stuff with Jaguar on there as well, like posters or pictures in the background.
Oh yeah, because that $6 million you said, I think Jaguar paid at least 3 of it.
I think they did, to be fair.
They must have, because it's literally Jaguar everywhere.
It's like an advert for Jaguar, wasn't it?
It basically was. I want to go and buy a Jaguar now. You already own one, so
That's true.
it worked on Darren.
It did. I went out and bought one last week because of this.
Yeah. So Fred suggested they go to the wine tasting thing to try and get Charles back.
And for some reason, Fred's sleeping like a bat on the roof.
I know. He's hanging upside down, isn't he, with his hands like this? And as she sneaks out the apartment, he just opens his eyes. That was creepy.
It was.
That was creepy.
It's like, where you in? I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
Where did she go? Straight to her best friend's houseboat at 3 o'clock in the morning. The Janie's.
It's a hell of a fucking houseboat, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks cool, to be fair.
It looks like one of them. Do you know, like you used to see? Well, I've never seen one, but you see in films back in the day going down the Mississippi with them big rotors at the back, like the big paddle boat. That's what they call them, like a giant paddle boat. She literally lives on one of them.
I mean, that looked cool.
Yeah.
It was like a miniature one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a miniature version, but it was still fucking huge, though.
What would you do if I knocked on your house at 3 o'clock in the morning saying I've got an imaginary friend who won't leave me alone?
Literally, I'd put that to ask you, invite you in, dial 101 and say, my friend's having a mental breakdown. Can you come and do a welfare check, please? Because I put here, what would you do if I came to you at 3 a.m. and asked to stay because I was afraid of my invisible friend?
Yeah.
The thing is, she buys straight into it. She's
Straight away.
Like as if I just came to you and said, you know, my mate's being a pain in the ass, can I come and stay? And you'd be like, yeah. But invisible friend.
Yeah, she says to him, is he here now? No, I can't see him. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
What?
You'd be like, I beg your pardon. I think all it is because she's upstairs banging that fucking old dude who's basically like, he ain't getting it up.
No.
Anyway,
not with some blue pills.
Yeah. Did they have Viagra back in 1991?
Pass.
Well, anyway, so she I think she's just too busy trying to get back upstairs to fucking ride Wrinkly Dave, or whatever his name was.
But the thing is, there's no doors. So she's sat there on the sofa.
Yeah.
Which is literally pretty much in the same room, because all they are up a ladder.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah. But she says to her that she wants to see if someone else can see Drop Dead Fred so she knows she isn't crazy. And it's like, well, has anyone else ever seen him? No. So why would you think Janie would have?
You're crazy.
Anyway, so then she falls asleep, and in the middle of the night, Fred cuts her hair off like she did when she was a kid because she had a bit of a flashback to when she...
Yeah, it's like half her hair, though, isn't it?
Like half, yeah. One side of her hair, which is random as fuck.
Yeah, because that's the second flashback now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or fourth or fifth.
Fourth or something. There's a lot of flashbacks.
A lot.
So the next morning, Janie comes down and wakes her up and says, you cut your own hair, like.
Are you shedding?
Yeah.
Are you shedding?
Are you shedding? Yeah, because there's hair everywhere. And like, yeah. But then she tells, is it Murray who's she shagging, the old guy?
Yeah.
She tells her that she has an imaginary friend, and he doesn't even bat a fucking eyelid.
No, he just turns around and goes, well, I've got crazy friends, but, they're alive.
Yeah. And then he says something really fucking cringeworthy.
Oh, yeah. It does quite a few times.
I never had an imaginary friend, just wet dreams. It's like, all right then.
Time and a place, Murray.
I know, Jesus Christ, money. You like old as fucking dust. He looks like he's about 80 years old.
He does.
And then it's like, mate, I don't want to know about your fucking old balls fucking leaking in the night.
Eric.
What?
Why'd you go there? Why'd you go there every week?
I don't know, but I don't want to know about it.
No, neither do I.
Well,
I've got the image now of some bloody old guy.
Some old balls are just leaking.
Yeah, just creaming.
But then, would you leave a crazy person?
I was just about to say the same thing.
In your house?
Would I? Bollocks.
No. I'd be like, you need to leave, please, you crazy bitch. I definitely wouldn't have left her with scissors.
No. No sharp objects.
No.
Not keys to my houseboat.
Nope.
Which can move.
Which can move, yeah.
As we find out.
Because Liz goes on a little bit of a boat trip, didn't she?
Oh, she does. Because what happened? She goes outside for a nice cup of coffee and sees a random guy on a speedboat and goes, oh, it must be Charles.
Yeah.
This girl is obsessed.
She's obsessed, but again, he owns a boat now, does he? It's like, he's a Charles on our boat. It's like, all right then, so he has a nice apartment, he drives a nice Jaguar, and he has a boat, yet he's just a car salesman. How much does a car salesman make?
I don't think he has a boat.
You know?
No, because that wasn't him, obviously, was it?
No, I don't think so. It's like, because she waves, Charles, Charles, and the guy just goes, all right then.
I love.
Yeah.
You're right over there with your dodgy haircut.
Yeah. So then she decides to go up and fucking with a dodgy haircut. Then she decides to go up and then decides to go and drive the boat.
Yep, I love this bit.
Has she ever driven a boat before?
Probably not, but she does a good job at the start.
She does a fairly good job until Fred arrives, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Fred comes in saying
She's
he wants to
looking.
play pirates.
Yeah, she's looking into shape with the binoculars.
Yeah.
He just pops up, his little face.
Let's play pirates! Well, right. This bit, the whole thing about Fred being real or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is like, how the fuck does the boat sink?
Well, so Fred at first is now wearing a pirate outfit.
Yes.
A green pirate outfit.
Yes.
Jumping around, and he's trying to push this one red shiny button.
Yeah.
She keeps saying, "Don't touch it, Fred. Can I touch that? Can I touch that? No, don't touch it, Fred." Touches it. So then he goes down into the engine room.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure if you smash the dials, that's not going to cause a flood.
No. The only thing I noticed, right, was there was like a big switch on the side, and there was a sign above it saying only activating dry dock, and it was switched to on. But even when she was on the boat originally, it wasn't in dry dock because he was still on the water. So why was that on anyway? And I was wondering, does that have something to do with... Because I was watching it thinking, does Fred do something to it, like pull it by accident, which makes it sink? But he doesn't. He doesn't touch it.
Right.
So the only thing I think of, whatever button he pressed must have just been the sink button. I don't know. Because obviously she can't be steering it and be down there at the same time. And then water starts flying out the front of the boat and all sorts of stuff like that.
It seemed like it was the pressure. So the pressure built up that much, or the pipes just exploded. Then, like you say, water is literally getting pissed out everywhere.
But it's literally like there's a big like hose coming out the front of the boat,
It's
like
huge.
water spluttering out. Then there's a scene when like the door bursts open and water's flooding. And next thing is the whole boat's sinking.
That's it. Cuts to Fred. She goes, "What's that water doing there?" Fred's like, "What water? I don't know what you're on about. What's your thoughts?"
What are your thoughts? But how either like you say, either she's doing it and she doesn't remember that she's gone down to the engine room and smashed stuff, and then gone back up and is driving, and then goes back down and smashes stuff.
Yeah.
Or Fred's real.
No, it's her tripping out.
Yeah. So then she turns up at Janie's office, soaking, dripping wet, walking through the office, like leaving a trail of wetness. And then knocks Janie's in like what looks like quite an important meeting.
Yep.
Knocks on the window. Janie comes out and she says, "Do you know you had a boat that floated on water?" Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But Janie takes it really well.
A little too well.
A little too well. She's like, "Oh, what? You sunk my boat? The house?"
I had all my possessions in there.
I love when she goes, "Everything I own is on that boat." And then Liz goes, "Well, it's still there, just not so near the top of the water."
Yeah, it's kind of at the bottom now.
And I'd be like, I would headbutt her. I would headbutt that bitch. If I had left you crazy as fuck in my house, to be honest, it serves the right for leaving a crazy bird in the house in the first place. And especially if your house happens to be a fucking boat.
A boat.
Right.
You're asking for trouble.
But if you turned up to my work and said, "I sunk your house, dude," I'd be like, I'd fucking knock you out.
What about if I said to you, "I've sunk the house, but however, my little imaginary friend was causing all the trouble. He sat next to your boyfriend in the meeting."
Yeah.
What would you do, Eric?
I'd probably throw you through a fucking window. I wouldn't go, "Where? There, next to the chair." And then when you said wave to him, I definitely wouldn't be stood there fucking waving to him.
Nope.
Oh, why would she buy in to her delusions?
I don't know.
Why would she? Why would any friend out there buy into someone's delusions? People.
We've been 2024.
Have it been 2024? Yeah. She says, "Oh, so he's on my chair there." So then Janie goes into this meeting, goes to the chair, starts talking to the chair, which
in front of everybody in this meeting.
In this meeting, yeah. Which I thought was quite funny because Fred's kind of sat in the chair and Janie's talking down towards his dick. And he's kind of looking at her like that and then looking down at his dick. Like, "Are you talking to my penis?" And then she drags him out the office, and then Fred jumps out the chair, runs over to Liz, and then she goes, "Is he still here?" And Liz is just like, "Yeah, why not?" And then starts pretending to strangle.
Well, Fred grabs her head, doesn't she? Like nods.
Oh yeah, nods. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. But then Janie starts having a bit of a fucking meltdown, saying, "You broke you sunk my house," and all stuff like that.
Takes his shoe off and starts battering on the floor. Even Fred stood next to Elizabeth, like, yeah, she's got problems there.
Yeah. And then everyone from the meeting comes out and goes, "Janie, what the hell are you doing?" She goes, "Can't you see? I'm trying to kill this imaginary guy. He sunk my boat and he interrupted the only night of the week that I get to have sex with Murray while his wife's away." And everyone's like, "What?" She's like, whoops.
Just goes off back to the meeting.
Yeah.
Just cracks on with it.
Yeah. I mean, what is wrong with people in this fucking film?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Elizabeth has now gone shopping for a new dress.
Did you notice when the mannequins in the back? She's looking at dresses, and there's like mannequins with like clothes on at the back, obviously, and Fred's looking up the skirts.
Oh, was there? He's got a thing for that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really has.
I mean, you wouldn't get away with that nowadays. Upskirting. But then Fred suggested they go buy a harpoon, get Charles, drag him back to the apartment and kill him.
This is what I was saying about before.
Yeah.
This is like the third time that he's done it.
I know. And his answer to everything is, let's just kill him.
Yeah.
It's a good job she doesn't act on it.
Definitely. Because this would be a completely different story.
Imagine if the film just turned and it turned out that she's murdered all her friends, her ex-husband, a mum, a friend. She killed a friend on the houseboat and all stuff like that.
I think we need to do like a drop dead Fred, but like a horror.
Yeah.
Where it's her just like in a zombie form or something, just going around killing people.
Yeah, at the very end of the film, you just get a flashback to her doing the dog shit, and then her doing blah, 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 and then killing her mum, and they find the mum's body.
Yeah.
She killed her dad in the beginning. And all
but you still see Fred like jumping around dead giddy and stuff, saying, "Oh, let's do this, let's do that.
Let's do it, let's bury the bodies, yeah!"
And it's just like, say, flashbacks her talking to herself like, "Yeah, let's do this. Come on, Fred, we can dig this hole. It's all right."
Yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me if it took that turn. If it was made nowadays, it would have took that turn. It would have turned out. It would have been like an M. Night Shyamalan twist that
bit sinister.
Everyone was dead in the end or something. But then it turns out she's having lunch with Mickey. I hate this guy.
Yeah, you didn't like him, did you?
Talking about people buying into her delusions. This next scene just makes no fucking sense.
He matches her crazy.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. To the point of where the food comes and Fred's trying to throw it and she lifts it up to a nose and he does the same. He goes, yes, it does smell nice, doesn't it?
But the whole thing, so they're in this restaurant and then he starts off as well. So they're like supposed to be on a date and he starts off and there's a random woman in the restaurant and he goes, "Yeah, I've been on a few dates with that one there.
I banged her as well.
Yeah.
So, me and you later, yeah?
Yeah. And then Fred appears in front of him, and so she's having to look round Fred, and then he's looking round, nothing.
Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot about that bit.
And then Fred keeps moving her arm and stuff, so she's doing all stuff. To him, it just looks like she's doing this.
Throws the glass on the floor.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you can't do that. You can't get the waiter's attention like that. And then the waiter comes in and goes, "Oh, maybe it does work."
Turns out it works. And then Mickey just decides, oh, I'm with you on this. It's fun. And then starts throwing spaghetti around, throws spaghetti at some poor guy who sat there on a date.
Was he with two birds?
I think he was, yeah. Proper pimp line in the middle. And he's just had spaghetti thrown over him. I'm surprised he didn't get shot, to be fair. She starts playing peekaboo with a fucking napkin because he's trying to hold. It's like, peekaboo.
Yeah. Then he plays along with it.
Yeah.
And then, did you notice when Fred took control of the plate, she throws it behind her.
Yeah.
So she gets the plate, starts shaking it around, and then it just launches it behind her. But it went to the table to her left.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? It goes like to the side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then, so then he starts trying to match her crazy for some reason. I mean, has no one ever had a talk with this guy that you don't put your dick in crazy?
Well, he's a bit crazy himself, so
he is.
It's kind of like match each other.
He must have been at the freaking limit because it didn't take much to push him over the edge.
I don't think it was pushed over the edge. I think it was just, like you say, just going along with it.
Yeah. And then Mickey gets thrown out the restaurant.
Yeah, for attacking the waiter.
The whole scene is just weird. It's like, again, why is someone buying into this delusion that Drop Dead Fred is real?
He runs back in the restaurant to try and get a dress back, so she just fucks off and leaves him.
Yeah. She's like,
He's like, I'm off.
out. Yeah.
I'm not staying with this crazy bastard.
I know, he's too crazy for me, Jesus.
And
At least I've got an excuse. I'm seeing people. He's just fucking trying to impress me by being crazy or something. I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, this guy's raising a kid as well.
Yep. Now, talking about being a nut job, Elizabeth now looks even worse as she's walking around shopping mall having a massive argument with herself.
Yeah.
You see it from like third person point of view now, don't we? Where she's screaming at herself. There's nothing there. Then goes over the violinist and starts attacking her.
Because there's kind of like a mini concert going on in there and there's like chairs watching it. And she's stood in the middle, like you say, arguing with herself. Well, this bit with the violinist. So Fred's like, I'm going to fuck off then, fuck you. Does one. And then all of a sudden it's like, and Fred's playing the violin really badly.
It did make me laugh though when he pretends to be the violinist. He goes, shh, 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 shushes her, trying to get her to sit down.
But then she starts attacking. I told you to go away, leave me alone. And then it kind of cuts, and it's actually a woman she's attacking.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Third person point of view.
Yeah.
So attacking some random poor lady.
I asked you nicely. Smashes the violin on the floor as well. Next thing is, they're in the security office, and the mum's paying her off.
I told you, wealthy.
Yeah.
Mum's got wealth.
Because the mum said something like, doesn't she say, like, yeah, that's an expensive violin to be playing in a mall, as she's writing the check. And then, how does a mum get her an appointment with a psychiatrist so quickly?
That day.
Literally, like 10 minutes later.
Yep.
And
smash cut.
Takes her to see a child psychiatrist.
Yep.
On the same day.
It's cheaper.
Maybe. But I love when she's in the waiting room. And the doctor, she comes out with the doctor. She goes, wait in the the waiting room, Elizabeth. I need to have a quick word with your mum. She sat there, and a woman next to her, and she's like, oh, so how old's your kid? She's like, I've not got any kids. Well, who's in there? My mum. Which one of you is seeing the imaginary friend? Me. Yeah, that's me. And then she's like, oh. And that is the first person in the whole film that reacts like you probably would if someone just said to you, I have an imaginary friend.
Not the first, but the only one.
The only one, yeah.
The only one.
Yeah. But I like this bit. I do like this scene when Fred looks around and sees all the other imaginary friends with all the other kids in the room.
But nobody else can see their friends.
Yeah.
It's good, that, isn't it?
So she can only see Fred, the kid with the other yeah, they can only see each other. So they're all playing with each other, but you get like a different point of view from each of the kids as you see them playing.
Yeah. Just their friend doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Like being sick and then messing about.
One of them's called Go to Hell Herman. Did you hear that? It's, oh my God, it's Go to Hell Herman.
Is that the one with the red hair?
I think so.
With the cape?
Yeah. They were weird looking, weren't they?
Yeah, they were actually.
And then they're like, ooh, namby-pamby. And then namby-pamby arrives.
Namby-pamby!
Namby-pamby!
They'll come together and start like sticking the butts together and all that stuff.
Yeah. And then one of them decides to start running at a door, and then his head explodes. He runs head first at a door, doesn't he? Random as
He has like little balls, doesn't it? He keeps like popping them into his mouth and they pop outside of his head. Or putting them in his head, pop out of his mouth.
So then the doctor comes out with her mum and says, you need to give her these pills. And then the other imaginary friends warn Fred, don't let her take the green ones because of...
What? Do you mean?
Yeah. He has Velcro around there.
He does.
Like, rips the Velcro off.
It's quite inventive, that, to be fair.
Yeah, it is.
Stuff like an imaginary friend, what it looked like and stuff, and how they did it. I liked it.
It was good.
One little problem here with this scene, though. All the imaginary friends were talking and playing together. There's a little girl lying down, colouring in.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. And she messes up the whole scene.
Ah, why?
Nobody's meant to be able to see Fred other than Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That little kid, what she does, she looks up at him, and as he walks past, she follows him. And like where he's going. It's like, you just give the illusion away.
I didn't notice it, to be fair, but yeah. I'll watch it again. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. And when they were doing the editing at the end, they like rung up her mum and said, do us a favour, bring her in. When she come in, they just slapped her. And then said, right, you can go home now.
We're not condoning child abuse.
You'll never work in this business again. Blacklisted from Hollywood, mate. So they return home, and the
I think that'd be a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that's going on at the moment.
I know, yeah. Jesus.
Woo.
Okay, you know. But they return back home, and the mum's hired Nurse Ratchet to keep an eye on Liz.
What the fuck is that about?
And she's a fucking beast, that woman.
I thought it was a bloke.
It looks like a fucking bloke.
It does look like a bloke.
And she's like, I have a black belt in karate, so I will snap you. We'll do it my way or the painful way.
She's quite aggressive, really, isn't she?
She's quite aggressive. I mean, Jesus, how does she get she's supposed to be like a nurse. How the hell did she get a job as a nurse?
Oh, God knows, mate. God knows.
And how did her mum hire her so quick? And how does she afford to pay her wages?
That's a good point.
Yeah. Everything happened. So far, it's been 2 days. It's literally started off, quit a job. Well, lost a job and all that happened. That day, she moves in with her mum.
Yep.
She does the dog shit. They go shopping, get a makeover.
Yep.
Then the next day, she sinks the boat.
Yep.
Meets up with Mickey. Goes to the psychiatrist, and now she's got a nurse looking after her, force feeding her pills. So what's that? 3 days.
Speed dial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think her mum was like just prepared? One day, Fred's going to come back and she's going to have a mental breakdown.
I think as soon as she stayed over the first night, I think she started making phone calls then.
Probably.
She's like, listen, my daughter, she put dog shit all over the city, all over the house. Keeps telling us to piss off. She ran out in the back garden, smashed herself in the head with a spade, started attacking pigeons. Can you be on standby for me in case I need some help later? Gotta be.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fred tries to convince her now not to take the pills.
Yeah.
And he's trying to cheer her up, bless him.
But she's just ignoring him, isn't she? And then Mickey knocks on the door trying to give the dress to Liz, and the mum tells him to fuck off, basically.
Another flashback.
And then we have another flashback of so our mum's cutting her hair in the dining room, and the dad's reading his paper and spills the cereal on the floor. And then the dad seems quite nice, to be fair. He seems like a quite nice chap.
The dad is not asked.
He treats the kid like a kid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, don't worry about it. It should be all right. Kids have imaginary friends. Kids get up to mischief. Should grow out of it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But then again, the mum needs to grow a pair because the dad clearly spills the cereal over, and then the mum's like, "Oh, I'll sort it out in a bit." If it was Hannah, she'd be like, "Go and fucking clean it up, dickhead."
Straight away.
Yeah.
But I don't blame Elizabeth really for being the way she is, because the mum even turns around and says, like, "I struggle to love you."
Yeah, that's
you don't
really
tell
bad.
your kid that.
Yeah, you don't. I don't. What does she say? I don't love you. I don't love you as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? No wonder she's so fucked up. No wonder she's having a psychotic break. As soon as her mum comes back in her life, she has a psychotic breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fred used to say, she used to say, innit? Fred used to help her when the mum's the way she is.
Yeah. To help her with her mummy issues. But I like when she goes, Fred's going to teach me to make pants pie. And the recipe's flour, sugar, honey, vodka, and a pair of the dad's pants. And then the mum's like, "Have you heard this, Nigel? Vodka." Is the dad British?
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, English accent? Bit random.
Yeah. But then Fred appears, and I like it when he goes, I caught the cornflake disease, opens his coat, and cornflakes start flying out everywhere.
Yeah, it was good. I like that bit.
What is the mum doing? Because isn't she supposed to be like going and getting like, I don't know, like a dustpan and brush?
Yeah. So literally,
up the cereal.
Literally, her mum is in the next room. The door is open.
Yeah.
Right? So she can hear everything, but yet she's oblivious to her daughter going outside, getting mud, putting it everywhere, smashing plates, smashing the teapot, which I think is the same teapot from before that she was smashed inside the carrier bag as well. It looked exactly the same.
Yeah, they did actually.
Yeah. So she smashes all the valuables, makes loads of noise, and her mum's oblivious to it.
Yeah. But this is where I was saying earlier as well, where they're making a mud pie, and like I said, Fred comes in through the window with a massive pile of mud, like the size of Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And yet, when the mum comes in, she's got a bit of mud on her hands.
Yeah.
Did she really go out that window and get that much pissing mud to make a mud pie?
Must have.
Yeah. And then Fred hears the mum coming and says, like, quick, open the Jack in the Box. And Fred jumps in. The mum comes in, takes the Jack in the Box off and goes, right, I've had enough of this now. I'm taking him off you.
She even says as well, it was like, oh, so that's what gets you upset.
Yeah.
So she knows what to hurt her daughter.
Yeah.
Mega bitch.
Yeah, but this is where he also says to the little girl as well. I just got on my notes here that they're talking about the mum. They're like, "Your mum's such a horrible bitch." This is before he hides, and she goes, let's cut her head off and make her eat her own head." And then the little girls go, "How's she gonna eat her own head when we cut it off?"
It's all right. I'll eat it.
Yeah,
Psycho.
psycho.
Like I say, again, he's trying to kill her and cannibalize the mum.
I know, and this girl's like 6 years old or something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so then she's trying to get her husband, she's trying to get the dad to tape the box up. And the dad's like, "No, it's not right, you fucking crazy bitch. What the fuck are you doing?"
Mm.
And they're on the stairs, sticks up for her, crying.
Goes shop to get some cigs and milk, doesn't come back.
Never comes back, yeah. Never to be seen again.
You know why?
Why?
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Finished him off.
Do you wonder what... Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Because the thing is, you get the impression that he really does love his daughter, but then he leaves and never to be seen again because he's under the floorboards.
He is.
She tells her that if she doesn't stop misbehaving, she's going to throw the box with Drop Dead Fred in the bin and he'll be crushed to death. So then Liz, all browbeaten, then goes and starts cleaning up.
I felt sorry for her, me.
I really felt sorry for her. And then she writes Fred a letter in her own gibberish handwriting.
It looked like bloody Egyptian, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like hieroglyphics.
It was. And then we go back to present day, and Fred's reading the letter that he found in the shed that she was writing him.
It's quite heartwarming, this film, isn't it?
It is quite. This bit is, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, because all Fred's really trying to do is help her through difficult times in her life. He has a bit of a weird way to do it, but all he's really trying to do is build the confidence up to confront the shit in her life that is going wrong, like especially like with her mum and stuff, and now with Charles and that. But she says to him, like, when you didn't come back, all the life and Fred fell out of her.
Yeah,
basically all her confidence went, and that's why she's basically been 6 years old till now.
Sad.
It is a bit sad.
Yeah.
It is a bit touching.
She goes downstairs now, tries to escape through the front door, but sneezes on them flowers.
Yeah.
Sends Fred bouncing all over the way. And then Kung Fu Nurse comes out, grabs her, takes her upstairs, locks her in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's kidnap.
I'm pretty sure, you can't just like lock a grown-ass woman in a bedroom. No,
you can't do that shit.
No.
Did you notice as well when she smashes the window with a phone?
No,
what she says?
No. Oh, I love the sound.
Yeah, but that's what Fred said when she was a kid.
Yeah, because Fred tries to do it with his head as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He goes, "I'll do this," and headbutts the glass. But then as she comes out the window, crazy Mickey's climbing up the tree in the other direction.
Yeah, stalker shit.
Yeah. Stalker much? What if she was in a room like getting changed or something?
Elizabeth's got a little bit of an excuse for being crazy. He hasn't.
No.
He's just fucking weird.
He's weird. He is. He's gone nuts.
He has completely.
Yeah, so I didn't know schizophrenia was contagious.
Well, they do say crazy's contagious, don't they?
Crazy makes crazy.
Yeah. I kind of feel sorry for Mickey as well, because he's pretty much doing everything he can to get with her.
Yeah.
And like cheer her up. And she's like, "Yeah, can you drive me to the party so I can bang my ex?"
Yeah.
It's like, okay, go on, get in the car, I'll take you.
But then there's the three of them in the front seat of the car. Fred's between them. But then, why did Mickey bring some spaghetti with him?
I was thinking that, because that was like 6 hours ago. Is he literally had it on his shoulder all this time?
And he's like, "Oh,
or in his pocket.
Here's some spaghetti, yeah."
He's probably grabbed it, put it in his pocket, go, "Do you want this? Well, cool later."
Yeah.
When I see it later, I'll bring it up. I'm like, "Hey, look at this."
Do you remember this from like a couple of hours ago? Like what, when you got us kicked out the restaurant? But then as she's getting out of the car, Mickey basically spills his handbag everywhere all over her and has sand in his vagina and goes, "The worst day of my life was when I moved away from you."
Oh, man, yeah.
Like, dude, you were like 4 years old. Chill the fuck out.
I never thought I'll see you again until this.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Get away.
Yeah. I mean,
Stalker alert.
I know, right? I just forgot where you lived, otherwise I'd be outside your house every freaking day.
That's it. One's batshit crazy and one's a stalker.
Yeah. But then she goes to the party and wow, does she scrub up well.
She looks nice, doesn't she?
She looks fit.
Yeah, she does look well.
She's done her hair quite well considering she cut it her fucking self.
Talk about doing her hair well. Fred's hair was great.
Oh, no, right, with the... He looked like the bad guy
teardrop.
of The Incredibles.
Yeah, yeah, the Incredibles.
Yeah. The ginger guy.
He has like a little green suit, and a little cane,
Yeah.
and his little hair looks like a little teardrop.
Why are all the men in togas naked?
With no underwear on or anything.
No underwear or
No.
anything. Why would Charles want that for his wine tasting party?
Was it his party?
I think so.
Or
'Cause
was it one that he's attending?
well, when she finds the poster in the apartment, she says it's his wine tasting party. Whether it's someone else hosting, he's just going. But he had a poster in his apartment, didn't he? So I'm assuming it's his.
I know it's for like rich people and shit, but
Yeah.
I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Getting wine, spitting it back
Spitting
in the
it
glass.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's
like-
how you're meant to do it, but I'd rather drink it, get the
Don't actually
flavours.
like wine that much in the first place.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But then I thought it was quite funny when, like, this is the other thing as well. So she goes over to one of the men in the togas, takes
Yeah.
something off the tray, and then because the toga's being held up by what looks like grapes on the shoulder, Fred goes to pick one of them, pulls it off, and the whole toga comes off, and the guy's naked. Now, did she do that?
Yeah.
Because from our point of view, she just took something off the tray, and it's Fred that did it. So she's literally walked over to some guy and gone, "I'll have that."
Yeah, I don't think she touched the tray.
Right.
In reality, I think
In
she walked
reality.
over, took the top bit off,
Yeah.
and then obviously Fred's holding a hand up saying, "She's got the grape. She's got the grape."
everyone. So she's to everyone else, she's just like that with the grape, just holding it up. But then Fred goes, "I'll find Charles," and starts scooting along the floor,
That's
doesn't
funny.
he? And then goes under who turns out to be Annabella and goes, "No underwear," and then his eyes start popping out like a cartoon.
But she was quite nice as well, to be fair.
Yeah, she was pretty tasty.
And it turns out that Charles has a very certain type of woman,
You.
dumb with no confidence.
Yes. Pretty much.
She was thick as shit.
She was thick as a post, mate.
Because, again, this is a bit we see. Fred's pushing her towards her. But you see third person point of view where she's just like, as if she's getting pushed, but you can't see Fred. Then she hugs him. And then she turns around and goes, "I thought she was all mousy."
Oh, you said she was mouthy. Shut up, Annabella. You're shagging a married man.
Yeah, she knows it.
Yeah. To the point where it's like she gives Charles an instant hard on.
Oh, straight away, because he's there now. At next scene, she runs off back to the apartment.
Yeah.
Charles comes knocking.
Wants her back.
This guy's a muppet.
Then he says to her, I just want to protect you, Lizzie. I protect you from guys like me.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. I think he just covered the whole thing. Guys like him.
Yeah.
Some sleazebag, second-hand car salesman who spits piss into glass.
Yeah.
Pretending it's fucking expensive wine.
Oh, thinks he's God's gift to fucking women. Selling drugs on the side, obviously.
Oh, yeah. It's something to do with a cartel, isn't it?
Definitely.
And then during the night, he's trying to get on with Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And they hear a key coming in through the door. She's like, "Oh, it's Fred." "Who's Fred?" "Oh, it used to beat me."
It used to beat me.
That's what he says.
Is that what she says?
Yeah. He goes, "Is he violent or anything?" She goes, "No, only just for me."
Oh.
Yeah. So that's
Oh.
why he gets the frying pan. He goes, "Right, that's it. I'll teach him a lesson."
But the thing is, right, surely she should be suspicious now that he can hear Fred coming through the door.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you think, oh, maybe it's someone else, it can't be Fred, because can you hear, because surely she'd be like, you can hear that.
Yeah, but she's that batshit crazy.
Well, yeah.
She don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah. So then someone sneaking down the hallway and then he has his frying pan, like you're saying, smacks him in the face.
Like a friggin' zombie.
Yeah.
Why are they walking like that?
Oh, I don't fucking
They're literally walking with their hands out. And they get smacked in the head. Turns out it's the guy in drag from before.
Yeah, it was the fucking beast nurse. Jesus. Knocks her clean out, though.
Clean out.
You got knocked the fuck out. It's like, Jesus. But then Charles is like, "Oh, I'll take care of her. Don't you worry, I'll take care of her." And the mum's like, "Oh, Charles, she's just a child." No, she's just a fucking nutty bitch who needs to be fucking sectioned.
Yep. Oh my God.
What?
You think she was the director of Madam Web?
Maybe.
Sidney Sweeney.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
27 years old, love. No. You're 12 in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, if you've not seen that, watch our episode from last week or the week before.
It was a good one.
Yeah, Madame Web. Yeah. And then they start getting, the mum leaves and then she starts getting on with Charles. And I love this bit because she kind of reaches for his pants and starts undoing his zip. And Fred goes, "You're not going to get that out, are you?" And it's like, they start making out on the coach. He goes, "That's not how the pigeons do it. You're supposed to stamp on her head and peck her head. You're supposed to stamp on her head and peck her." It's like, that's how the pigeons do it.
It's quite funny, that.
Yeah. And then Charles is like getting into it, and then he calls him Annabella.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said though? What his excuse was?
It's like, is it not a compliment if I'm calling you her because I'm with you instead?
Rather than being with her and calling her.
Something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. And she buys it. Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Fred goes to her, "I know what you're going to do. You're going to do what he did to Annabella on the sofa." He's like, "Oh, Fred, shut the fuck up." Like, she probably dried up like a fucking sponge.
I mean, do you think it'd be one of them as well? Her imaginary friend is watching him getting it on. It would kind of be off-putting because somebody else is watching you.
Possibly, yeah. Like, imagine there if you're banging your missus and like there's just Rick Mail in the corner.
Knocking one off.
Yeah, knocking one off.
Fred, stop it. Stop it, Fred.
Fred.
Oh, Fred, you got it in the eye again.
Oh, Jesus.
He's behind her like, who you talking to?
Who the fuck's Fred? And you're just like, "Oh, there's all this sticky stuff. The fuck?"
Kevin Bacon's in there.
Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon, go away, Kevin Bacon. I can't wait to do next week. It's going to get so crude with Hollow Man.
Always.
Jesus Christ. It's going to get
Stay
crude.
tuned because there's a surprise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's say we might be there, but we might not be.
We might not be. Stay tuned for next week, guys.
Stay tuned.
But then she decides to take one of these green pills, and then Fred starts basically going into pain a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah. I feel sorry for him as well.
Yeah.
I do. And a little bit of a montage as well. Elizabeth all over Charles whilst he's been a knobhead, and Fred getting even more sick over the time.
This is where Fred does another one of his things, because that's it. When she's doing the razor, he goes, "Go on, cut his throat." It's like, fucking hell, Fred, chill out. What do you think Fred would do if she went, "Okay," slit his throat? Do you think he'd be like, "Oh"?
I didn't mean it, snotface.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd actually going to do it. Jesus.
That bloody hell, snotface.
Yeah, fucking hell, snotty.
And then she meets up with Janie, who's out for a run.
Yeah.
Turns out this houseboat was worth a stupid amount of money.
A stupid amount of money.
Never seen so many zeros for the national treasure debt or something.
Because she's walking along, she gives her the check, and then she's screaming, "Thank you, drop dead Fred, thank you," for sinking me pissing boat.
So it starts to show you now that Fred is actual good for her.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't sink the boat, she wouldn't have had the money. Sticking up for her against her mum and everything else going on.
Yeah.
Trying to cheer her up.
So there's method to his madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to mud pies.
Yeah. Well, during a romantic meal. That was random. Because it almost seems like throughout the scenes that she's taking the pills and she's getting better.
Yep.
She goes to see Janie, like we say, and so on. But then all of a sudden it cuts back. They're having a romantic meal. She opens the thing and there's a mud pie.
Yep.
And he's like, "What the fuck's this?" And he's like, "Oh, that's a mud pie."
Bearing in mind, they live in like 4th floor apartment.
Yeah.
It's not like a garden for her.
Maybe she got the mud on the walk, like with Janie, and just like, "Oh, I'll take this
could have
home
been,
with me."
actually. Could have been.
But I just thought that was random, and then he's like, "Oh my god, you're so crazy, you crazy bitch!" She's like, "I'll make you a salad. I promise, I'll make you a salad."
Yeah, we're fucking anthrax in it. Yeah, no, love. I don't want battery acid in my salad, please.
Fucking hell. But then she says to Fred, "Leave me alone. I'm happy now. I'm happy." And he goes, "Well, if you're so happy, why am I still here?"
And she takes another pill then, doesn't she?
Well, yeah, she sneezes on Fred. And what is with their walls in that apartment?
I noticed that. At first, I thought they'd just been lazy. They haven't built like a proper studio thing.
Yeah.
Where you can see over the top, like Coronation Street and stuff.
Yeah.
Where they just build the rooms, don't they?
Because basically the
That's what I
walls don't
thought.
go up to the ceilings.
Yeah,
There's
but
like
then
gaps.
he's on top of it instead.
Yeah.
But did you notice the front door is the same as well?
Was it?
Yeah. So literally in the hallway, you can climb over the roof, the ceiling, whatever.
That's secure.
Yeah.
Jesus. least it'd be handy if you forgot your keys, maybe.
Well, for everybody else as well.
Yeah. But, well, yeah. So Fred ends up on the top of the wall, and then overhears Charles on the phone to Annabella.
What a dickhead!
So what does he say now? He says,
I'm your fella, Annabella.
Yeah, that's so cringe.
I was like, ugh.
How was this guy pull two pretty hot women?
Oh,
How?
lot of money in a big slong.
Maybe
It's got to be because the guy is a cunt.
Fred's trying to warn her, saying, "Go and listen, go and listen." Anyway, so she goes and hears her on the phone, and then she has a bit of a breakdown, and then this is where Fred takes her to Imagination Land.
Yeah, because she collapses, doesn't she?
Yeah, basically
Into Fred's arms. Then he teleports her. It looks like
So I put she has a reaction to the meds and has a fit on the floor. Because in real life, she's on the floor going frothing at the mouth. But no, I quite like this bit.
I did as well. Because, like I say, it's a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Not a little bit. I thought it was really sad, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to tell the whole internet, and I'm going to tell you as well. I may have shed a little tear.
Oh. There's nothing wrong with that, mate.
Throughout this. It was, it was emotional the way they did it, and it was like really heartwarming. I thought, do you know what? Yeah, you can understand where Fred's coming from, and you understand where she's coming from, why she's losing her mind, and why he's there, etc. And he's always just trying to build her up, and turns around and is like, no.
Yeah, because Fred actually
I'm trying not to give it away too much, you see.
He kind of becomes like a normal person for a second, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So she goes in the house, and it looks like there's, do you know, like when you're in a queue for like a museum, and you have them velvet ropes that go between. Yeah. Everything's kind of roped off in the house, so it must be like it's almost like a museum, you know. So it must be like the stuff her mum would never let her touch and stuff like that. I thought that was a nice little thing.
I think you're right there.
Yeah, because it was all like there was loads, all the sections like over the fireplace was all kind of roped off and stuff, like it's places she wasn't allowed.
Yeah, that's actually good. That yeah. Now you mention it, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. But then Charles pulls up in the Jag, and he's like, "Come on, get in my car. Come on, come with me," type thing. And then then Fred appears and says, "What are you going to do about him? What are you going to do about this prick?"
Removes the hood
ornament onto Jag, and then it like a balloon.
Yeah. Bad CGI on that bit, wasn't it?
It was a bit, yeah. And then Fred tries to run up the fake stairs.
Yeah, so it's like when you go to, say, like Ninja Warrior and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like a ramp instead of actual stairs.
Yeah, it's painted to look like it's 3D stairs, but it's not. But then this bit was a bit weird because he goes, "We need a tree."
Yeah.
So she starts imagining a tree, and I was like, why not just imagine stairs?
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
There's easier things to do.
Yeah.
But unless it's like a tree of life or something, maybe.
I think it might be the tree from when she was a kid, you know, that they're sitting in the beginning. Like when
it looked like
the tree together. So yeah, so they go up the tree. Why not imagine a tree? And then she confronts her mom. And she starts shouting to her mom, "I'm not afraid of you anymore. I'm not afraid of you." And then she goes and meets the little girl version of herself.
Yeah, she's taped to the bed as well, isn't she?
Yeah, so like taped like Fred was in his box.
Yeah.
She's taped to the bed. And then she untapes her. And then this is when it gets a bit sad because Fred says, "I can't go back with you now."
Yeah.
But this bit creeped me out a little bit, though.
Yeah. What was the kiss about?
Yeah. Just kiss me and say "drop dead Fred." So I put, so when he usually is the imaginary friend of kids and he finishes with the kids, do the kids have to kiss him?
Savile.
Yeah, and say "drop dead Fred."
Mm-hmm. He goes, now then.
Now then, lovey. Come and plant a big one.
It's all right, Fred will fix it for you.
Yeah. Come sit on my lap and see what comes up. Oh, speaking of Savile, have you ever heard that like, I think it's like Radio Belfast or something from years ago. I think it was just after it all came out about him being a nonce.
Right.
And someone had wrote in with a message and they read it on air. And it says, Jimmy Savile wasn't that bad when he was, when I was little, he fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded.
Oh.
And they read it out online, live on air.
How did they fall for that?
I don't know. And then later on, there's like an apology. I'll show you on YouTube later.
Yeah, sure. A bit.
But no, going back to this scene, it was a bit sad. Fred saying goodbye and stuff, and like I say, he actually acts like a normal human being for a change.
So he disappears. She goes back to the real world.
Yeah, she wakes up
where she is, and she carries on making a salad.
Yeah, why does Fred turn into a massive green pill on the floor?
It's not him.
What is it?
That's the one that was left over.
Massive though.
Yes, she never took the last one.
Oh, but it's like this big.
Yeah,
they
were big. The camera was zoomed in on it,
No, I know, but the pill was on the floor. No, it looked like a pill with a load of little pills inside.
No, I think that's just the pills.
Was it?
Yeah. She was about to take the last one,
right?
But then she fell over.
Oh, I thought because it was I suppose. But then she walks in to Charles with his salad because he shouts through, "Have you finished with that salad, do you, love?" Because Annabella's just hung up on him because she's now realised her imaginary friend has told him that she's a dick as well, probably.
Yeah. The scumbag, stay away, love.
Yeah. And then she pours the salad over his head and then goes, "Oh, one more thing," puts snot on his face.
And then steals his car.
Yeah, which I thought was quite nice. Because to be honest, right, if I was her now, I'd be like, right, you cheated on me in this marriage. I'm taking fucking everything, starting with the car. Everything, mate. So then she goes home to get the Jack in the Box.
Yep.
And then her mum tries to stop her from leaving. And then as she's coming down the stairs, the mum's like, "Charles is on the phone for you. Charles, 1 second, I'll get her." And then she hangs up the phone.
Yep.
And then I thought this was kind of a little bit of touching moment. A little bit of a shitty moment, but a little bit touching at the same time.
Because what happens is now, she tells her mum, like, "Stop treating me like a little baby. I'm not one of your enemies." And as she walks away, her mum blames her for the failed marriage.
Yeah.
And then as Elizabeth's about to walk out, she starts to cry and says, like, "I don't want to be lonely."
Yeah, don't leave, I'll be lonely.
Yeah.
It's a bit shitty to say that to your kid, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but then at the same time, she's crying that she doesn't want to be alone, but she's trying to get rid of her back to Charles out the house.
Yeah.
And she's been living with him for like 4 years.
The thing with the mum, I think in her own horrible, stupid, fucked up way, I think she really does care for Elizabeth and just wants what she thinks is best for her.
But that's how it came across anyway, didn't it?
Yeah.
That last bit.
And I think she thinks that being with Charles is what's best for her, that she lost a man in her life and that she should be doing the same to try and keep her husband. Because she basically says, because she says something like, "I had a kid to try and save a marriage and the dad left because of her."
Yeah.
It's a bit shitty to say. But then Liz comes back, gives her a hug and tells her, "Well, maybe you should make some fucking friends then, you stupid bitch."
Join a boat club.
Yeah.
Richard and Judy.
But, yeah, Richard and Judy.
Blade's over there as well.
But then
just imagine that book club. Elizabeth's mum, Blade, Richard and Judy.
Jesus Christ.
Madam Web. With a braille.
And also the blind bird from Blade as well.
Watching the TV.
Watching the TV. They got her on security. Fucking hell.
That's another episode as well. Go check it out, Blade.
Blade Trinity from... Oh, it'll be last week, won't it? Last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we go to the end, and then Mickey... she goes to see Mickey randomly for some reason.
Who has a little daughter, Natalie.
Yeah.
Who's a little problem child of her own.
She's a fucking psychopath.
See, I feel like Natalie is actually acting out what Fred was trying to get Elizabeth to do. Because some of her traps were next level. It's like Home Alone style trap.
Mate, the way she traps the nanny, like literally like in one of them with you see it in like cartoons and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a snare, and she's dangling from the tree, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's sinister, isn't it?
Yeah. If the dad wasn't there with Elizabeth, that would have been a snakes on a plane job. Baseball bat to the face.
Yeah.
It would have been. It would have.
Off the bridge.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Jesus, but yeah.
Like they were looping them all together. Snakes on a plane. Go check that episode out.
Yeah. Nice little segue.
Segue, mate. Segue.
But yeah, but then the dad's like really just fine with it all and just like laughing. Ha ha ha! You're so funny. What makes you do this? He goes, "It's not me, Daddy. It's Drop Dead Fred." And then Liz is like, "Say what now?"
Say what? Who? What?
Say who? What?
That little bastard. He's moved on quick, didn't he?
Yeah.
Unless there's multiple of them.
Maybe.
There's got to be.
But then it turns out that it is Fred, and then she sees after she captures a nanny, Liz sees them doing the old pinky promise thing.
Yeah, laughing to herself.
Yeah, and Liz is just staring at her like, crazy people.
But Fred doesn't recognise Elizabeth, does he?
No, he doesn't let on.
That's why I'm thinking it's the same character, but
think his
obviously different.
Memory just gets wiped and gets recycled back to another kid.
Oh, it's either that, yeah. Mm.
But then that's the end of the film, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I enjoyed it a bit more reading through it now. Kind of reminiscing over the parts that we watched, because obviously this came out when we were kids, so 1991 I would have been about 6, and I remember watching it. I mustn't have been much older than that when I watched it the first time, which I probably shouldn't have been watching it as a kid.
No, I probably watched it about 9 years old.
Yeah.
Give or take.
And I absolutely loved this film. It was always, I remember me and my sister used to quote it all the time, Snowface and all that shit.
The thing for me, though, is because I've not seen it for that long. I've not seen it for about 20 years.
Yeah, same.
When I watched it the other week, or last week, it was like watching a film that I've never seen, but I recognised some of the parts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because most of it, like 99% of it, I couldn't remember. I could only remember 1 or 2 little bits.
The thing is,
and I still enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, it's like some of the nuances in it that I wouldn't have picked up on as a kid. I'm watching it now, and I've got to say, it did some of it, like the thing with the whole reaction and people like living into her delusion and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, it kind of not ruined the film.
Yeah.
Changed the way I looked at the film.
Yeah.
Because I just remember it was a fun film about an imaginary friend and stuff like that. But then when you're watching it as an adult and you're like, well, what? And you're comparing it to what you would probably do in real life.
Yeah.
And the way people, and like, obviously we're criticizing it. So we're looking at the way that people are reacting to it. And it's kind of like, they're all taking it very well. And I wouldn't say that it ruined it, because it'd be a completely different film if she ended up in the fucking loony bin.
Yeah, true.
But when you look at like what you touched on earlier, were the way, if you're looking at the way Fred's trying to help her through it, and then the touching moments in it, there are some good little kind of moments in the film.
Exactly. It's like dynamics have changed completely, especially when you see it, the emotional parts where it's like, oh, do you know what? It's actually trying to look out for her.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be bad or anything. He's trying to cheer her up to get her over these difficult times.
He needs to maybe tone back the whole killing people, because it might work on children, but some adults, would probably follow through with that.
They might act on it if they hate them enough.
Yeah. I mean, but even saying it to kids and stuff, it's probably not the best. But
no.
like talking about cutting a mum's head off and feeding it to her and stuff. But yeah.
Clip quiz?
Yeah, do the clip quiz.
All right, then.
So if you think you know what this is, please leave a comment.
Or on email?
6andbelowpodcast@gmail.com. Even we're going to tell you now anyway, so stay tuned. Yeah.
Don't cheat. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, no cheating.
What are they doing?
They're watching Snow White. And they love it.
Who's the actor in it?
It is...
Don't tell me the film, just tell me who the actor is.
Phoebe.
Phoebe?
Yeah.
Which one's Phoebe?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Gremlins.
It is Gremlins! Did you know she was in it?
I knew she was in it, yeah. I just didn't realise, I couldn't tell who the voice was in it.
Right.
But when you said her, then I was like, oh, Gremlins.
Cheat.
Sorry.
Well done, though, mate.
Yeah.
I tried to make it a little bit more of a difficult one, but
it was
however,
difficult.
I tried to give a big clue with the Gremlin.
Yeah.
Because it's Gizmo, you can hear in it.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah.
Right.
So I tried to put it both.
Gremlins is a film I've not seen in a long time. The story to that doesn't make much sense, though, does it?
No, I don't remember most of it, because I was flicking through to try and find a good line, which you could tell what film it is. I don't remember them being in the cinema.
No.
Watching Snow White, getting them all in there.
Weird, because the whole thing about don't feed them after midnight, it's like the time zones come into effect. How long after midnight do you have to wait? It's like, it just don't make sense.
Yeah, feed them at midday, and that's it.
It was always like them, like after 8 minutes. I never got that either. It was like, oh, after 8, but it's always after 8. Anyway, Should we do the awards?
We can do the awards right now.
Every week we give out some awards for the film we just reviewed. So we have, if you want to play along, we have Best Actor, Worst Actor, Best Character, Worst Character, Hot Babe, 3 Things We Liked, and your own personal rating out of 10.
Yep.
But if you want to play along, please leave a comment below, or you can email us on
6 and Below Podcast at gmail.com.
You don't even fucking know it, do you?
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just the way you pause with Gmail.
Oh, is it 6 and Below Movie Podcast?
No, 6 and Below Podcast.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, because for like every single, like up to our 20th episode, I was giving the wrong email address.
You was.
I was, yeah.
You can tell I don't do it often.
Yeah.
So 6 and Below Podcast, gmail.com.
Yep.
Or join the Discord as well.
Oh, yeah, we have a Discord, so links in the description below if you're on YouTube.
And also, another way you can play along, if you're on YouTube or if you're on Spotify, head over to YouTube. On our community section, I put out the next up-and-coming 4 films. Yeah. If you want to play along with any of them films, just let us know in the comment section on that post for your awards for that film.
Yeah. So should we do Best Actor?
Best Actor.
Also known as the King Kong Award.
King Kong.
Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Love this little King Kong pop figure.
It's good, isn't it?
It is cute. No, it's not supposed to be. He just looks like all he wants to do is just climb the Empire State Building and squat some planes.
And give you a cuddle.
And give you a cuddle at the same time. Although he looks like he might be a biter.
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah.
Obviously,
Evil.
if you listen on Spotify, you can't see it, but we tend to use a little pop vinyl figure of King Kong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Best Actor.
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
Unlike me, I've gone for the little kid.
That is very much unlike you, because you're normally a kid hater.
Yeah. But no, I think considering the part she had to play, you can tell in the film that she must have had a good laugh with Rick Mayall, because the way they are together and stuff like that, the chemistry is quite good.
I was about to say that.
And like they seem like they were kind of bouncing off each other, almost like you can tell that he is looking after her.
Oh yeah, he took her underneath the wing. You can tell.
Yeah. But I think considering the part she had to play, for a kid, it must have been quite a difficult part, but also quite fun at the same time. And I think she did it well.
Yeah, to be fair, she did. She did. I've actually gone for Elizabeth as a grown-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that is when you're seeing on a third-person view, she acts it quite well, as if like she's trying to hold the plate down and she's acting a little bit crazy, getting pushed and shoved and stuff like that. It can't really be easy, can it?
No.
You know, when you're pretending to talk to somebody that's not there.
Yeah.
And when you're reading your lines out and then you're acting as if you've just been hit or etc.
But even the other way as well, acting like when they're not there, as trying to pretend they're not there as well, must also be hard.
Yeah. I think she's done pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah, fair
Overall.
enough. Yeah.
Worst actor, a.k.a. the Golden Seagull.
I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Steven Seagal Award.
Yep. And this is our little golden seagull itself.
Yeah.
She's just broke.
You broke the seagull! You broke it!
Well, my lad actually broke it, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, blame your kid.
It's what he does every time he comes into the office, my lad. Right, he grabs the bloody seagull off the side and then just starts rattling it around.
That's right, blame a 3-year-old.
He's broke it.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh, bugger. He has. It was him. It wasn't me. I promise you.
So, controversially,
Mm-hmm.
based on what you just told me, I've gone for Grown Up Bliss.
Grown up with this. My missus said that as well.
I just, I don't know, a lot of the time she just had a vacant look on her face and was just
Like,
kind of... I do agree, like, some of the scenes like that she was doing were quite good, but I think the way she played the role, I think it was just a bit like... I think she was just a bit too laid back with it,
yeah.
in some ways.
I've gone for Charles.
Yeah, good shout, yeah. I was pretty close... To be honest, I was pretty close between Charles, Grown Up Liz, and that...
Mickey.
Not Mickey, but the Beast, the big nurse.
Yeah, she wasn't great.
But then again, she didn't do much acting. So
She just appeared.
it was just the way she was.
Just stood there.
Yeah. She was
Snap you
basically
like a twig.
she's basically a prop.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay,
Best character?
best character. Fred.
Dead Fred. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You better.
Gotta be, mate. Oh.
Press the wrong button then.
Yeah.
That was meant to be a cheer.
Calm down, Denzel.
Calm down, mate. It's not your one.
Yeah,
Right? We've done
Jesus.
yours.
Worst character?
The nurse.
The nurse.
Yeah.
I've gone for Mickey.
Oh, close.
He was such a shit character.
He was.
Hot babe.
The only reason he was really in it is just to segue for his daughter later on.
Good shout, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Just to show that Fred lives on type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah. Because straight away, as soon as she meets him, he starts talking about his daughter, and I think he even shows her a picture as well, randomly, on the court record, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Literally,
I think it was.
Random.
Three
Hot
things.
Hot babe?
Oh, right, yeah, hot babe. Sorry, yeah. Elizabeth.
Yeah, I've gone for Elizabeth when she's dolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's smoking.
Smoking.
Okay.
Three things you liked about the film.
Okay, so I liked the beginning where she basically loses her husband, car, money, job in one lunch break.
All right, okay.
I thought that was quite funny.
You're tight.
I know it's tired, but I thought it was quite funny, the fact that all that happened in a lunch hour.
Go on.
The cobwebs up the mum's skirt.
Right.
And just Rick Mail in general.
Yeah.
I love Rick Mail.
Same.
Well,
I've gone for when he gets his head chopped in the fridge. I thought that was funny. It made me laugh out loud.
Yeah.
The pirate scene.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just dicking about on the boat.
Yeah.
And like you say, Rick Mail just being Rick Mail. I mean, died far too young.
Yeah. 10 years ago, I think it was, now he died.
Crazy that, heart attack,
He's only in
wasn't
his 50s as well, yeah, heart attack.
it?
Comedy legend, mate, bottom, young ones. I mean, other than Guest House Paradiso, is this like the only feature film he was in? I can't think of anything
couldn't
else
see
he was
anything.
in. No?
That's why I've had to go for Elizabeth for the Gremlins.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything.
It's a shame, really, though.
A lot of talent.
Yeah.
But then, if you
Comedy
think about
legend.
it, Drop Dead Fred is literally bottom.
Richie, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It's Richie from bottom.
It basically, yeah, if Richie was an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Maybe toned down the crudeness a bit, but a bit more murderous. But yeah, definitely.
And then the one from Young Ones as well.
Yeah.
It's quite similar.
Even like, did you ever used to watch Blackadder?
Yeah.
Fucking love Blackadder because he was even in that.
Was it?
He had some on each season. He was in one episode where he played someone called Flashheart, and even in that, he was brilliant.
Oh, talk about Blackadder. Did you ever watch the Go Forth, where it's the World War One?
Oh yeah. That's the season 4 Blackadder. Yeah.
Did you see the final episode of that one?
Yeah, that's sad.
Sad, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I love Blackadder. A massive Blackadder fan, mate.
Yeah.
Except for season 1. Season 1 wasn't very good.
I might have to rewatch them all, you know.
I've got them. I bought them all on Apple years ago. I watch them all the time. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I've not seen them for years.
Season 2, 3, and 4, amazing.
Yeah.
It's definitely like, let's say, the last season. Even the last episode, like, that's really sad when they go over the top.
Yeah, because even say, don't they, like, well, this is it, guys.
Been a pleasure serving with you guys. Yeah.
And you'll die.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Sorry, guys.
Spoiler alert, but it did come out in the fucking
Very
80s,
touching.
so...
Yeah, it's very touching.
Yeah. Definitely
Okay.
still worth a watch.
Personal rating.
7.
I've gone 7.6.
Have you?
Yeah. Like I said, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And our next bit is the Wall of Fame, but it's going to be quite obvious what we're going to be doing. But let us know as well in the comments, where would you put it?
Yeah.
Want to skip, worth a watch, or is it a must-see movie?
To me, it's got to be must-see.
I think that's, must-see.
To me, this is a cult classic film. I think everyone needs to see it at some point in their life.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think really you should watch it. I'm tempted. My daughter's 8 years old, and I'm tempted to let her watch it.
It's not really that bad. There's a couple of swear words, but there's nothing major swear words. It's just like shit.
Exactly. It's just, and she hears worse than that coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Other than maybe telling them to kill people, but it's like it's done in jest, so I suppose. But no,
that's it.
I think I think everyone should watch this at some point in their life. Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
especially with all the mental health and stuff, it's really good awareness for that.
yeah. Yeah, because it's a good way. Because basically, like you say, like we've discussed, the whole premise of it is he helps you to get over your demons to make you happy.
Mm.
And unfortunately, because of her mother, it was cut short. So she went from being whatever she was, 6 years old, to 26, or whatever it was. never kind of facing her demons until she got him back in his life, and then he eventually sorted her out.
Yeah.
Got her back on track, basically. So, must-see movie, everyone.
We'll see.
So, next week, Hollow Man.
Hollow Man.
Join us for Hollow Man. Kevin Bacon.
It's going to be a good one.
Rapey Bacon.
That's it. Right, don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you again next week. I've been Darren.
I've been Erik.
Take care of yourself. Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.